Hello, everyone, and welcome to TMN Neo Fates Crossing number 41. If you are unfamiliar with TMN Neo, don't know what this is what we're doing here. We are a community-led continuation of the original training mode network, originally ran by Lee, known as Romantic. With his unfortunate retirement from bracket work and fighting game stuff in general, the rest of us community took it upon ourselves with his help to continue the TMN legacy and give the lesser known players a place to play and show people what they can do. I am your host for tonight, Zircon. With us here in the booth, we have two people who haven't been here in a little bit and two very recognizable faces in the BB Tag community. We have Midori and Kraken Atkins. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, my bad.
Nah, honestly, it's my fault. It's my fault. I don't know who says hello and then decides to take a 5-second break and then say I'm doing good. So no, it's really my bad. How are you doing, though, Serena? My fault.
All good, all good. Got out of work a few hours ago, did absolutely jack shit after that, got that unemployed vibe, you know how it is. Nothing crazy. And hopefully you're doing as well. I'm looking forward to commentating tonight, I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. I, love commentating TMN tournaments, even though, like, I don't know if I've commentated one this year. I've been busy, and this tournament series seems to always fall on a weekend where I got something going on. But there's a good side and a bad side to that. The bad side is, I just haven't been here, but the good side is looking at the bracket. There are a lot of names I don't recognize, which means there's still people, picking up the game. The TMN banner is still holding on strong, and I'm looking forward to learning more about some of these unfamiliar faces to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Something I think we've spoken about quite a bit, but just for anyone that's unfamiliar, watching a beginner bracket is almost always one of the most fun things. Not only because you get to see how people would innovate on both their characters and how they play the game, but also just to see a bunch of new faces. Like, we're gonna have a bunch of returning people, like the potential graduate for tonight, Lavender, who I think is personally the favorite to win tonight. But there's also people that I don't recognize at all, like Hikikomari. Unless that's the Mari that we know. It could be.
No, it's a different one. I just
okay, yeah. Oh, look at you. Okay, so maybe you have a little bit more to tell me about them?
No, I just know it's not Mari. That's about the extent of what I know. They have different Discords. Unless it's like Mari, like having two Discord servers or something like that. Or two Discord usernames or something. But
I feel like that would be a lot more trouble than it's worth, so I'm gonna lean towards no. Maybe that's the case, but I'm not gonna have to worry about them yet, because we're gonna be getting the match between Shyoshiguy? Yoshi? I'm not quite sure how to say that. And Dandy Mancannon. What the...
It could also be Shyoshiguy, right? Maybe they're really into VTubers.
Oh,
they're just
true!
a little bit shy about it, you never know.
True. No, that makes more sense, actually. I can't expect everyone to be a Yoshi fan. Not everyone's
sure
taste.
Their profile picture is a Yoshi, so I don't think so.
Fuck!
Oh, we tried.
Wait, what if Yoshi is your Oshi?
Ooh, bars?
Whoa, what's up with those wings?
But they're just kind of subtle with it, right? So Shyoshiguy, they don't want the double Y, because that's like way too forward.
Stay humble.
There's a lot of layers to the Shyoshiguy tag.
Just like the team that they're playing has quite a bit to it too, because I don't think I've ever seen any... Wait. Okay, I was looking at the wrong side of the screen. I thought they were playing Labrys for a second. But really, Vatista is a pretty proven team so far, even if most people don't play it. And we're already off to a pretty good start in that regard.
Yeah, it's a very stable team. I think you sacrifice some things in terms of damage, but you gain a lot in terms of consistency and also ease of use. And it seems like Shyoshiguy has a pretty good handle on it thus far.
Yeah, no, they've been playing a super solid defensive game plan so far, just being able to capitalize off most hits. Definitely an unfortunate situation that Dandy has put them in so far, but now that the driver's seat is back in Yoshiguy's handle, I'm sure it'll look a lot better soon. Just gotta make sure that Oki's a little bit tighter.
Yep, I'm loving the hard tag into Vatista, trying to stabilize some of that Ruby health. We are swinging them 5Cs. Did not spend the meter on it. I don't know if it would be enough to kill. Gets that delay JB, and it goes straight into the super to keep it burst safe.
Yeah, just wanted to get that character out of the screen as soon as possible. I think it's definitely going to be a lot more of keeping things safe, especially if we're going into 2-2C on block like that. Going to be able to catch the Weiss low, catching a counter hit as well. A really nice 6P, wanted to stabilize with the 2-6 BC, and potentially dead next hit.
Yeah, I respect it. You know, coming from the side of being a Vatista player, getting some of those float confirms can be kind of odd to stabilize with her. So just going straight into the super, you know, you got a big ass beam. It's gonna hit pretty much everywhere on the screen. It's a good way to get some guaranteed damage.
Definitely, yeah. And with how far forward Vatista can move on a lot of her normals, I could definitely understand wanting to do that as opposed to, you know, potentially missing a 5A confirm. Dropping combos is like the 99 out of 100% chance that you're gonna lose the game after. You know, it happens too often for it not to be a statistic that I pulled out of my ass. So it's good that we're making any sort of stabilization, even if it didn't quite kill.
Yeah, Shyoshiguy seems to have a very solid handle on like their team and their game plan, right? Like in terms of just like having Ruby go in, having it be supported by Vatista, bringing Vatista in to slow the game down. They have like their stable B&Bs on both characters, so there's a really good handle that they have there. I'm really interested to see Dandy Mancannon's like kind of like ideology and approach, because so far it's been mostly scrapping, but I wonder what this Labrys Weiss has in store for us.
I don't think we're going to be seeing much out of the Labrys if they continue taking damage like that. What an insane bait, by the way. Just walking up with parry, no fear of grab, and unfortunately getting scooped off the face for their bridges. And getting hit by pretty much everything here. I think every safe jump has been rather successful, even if the confirm after wasn't quite as tight as it should have been.
Yeah, Shyoshiguy's done their homework. Like, executing on all cylinders here. It's going to be the Weiss that goes down. Solo Labrys, level 1 Resonance. Run straight. I thought they were going to do raw super, or they may just be giving up.
Let's do this.
I see.
That sucks. I think that makes a little more sense in terms of getting the JC on Wake Up that first game. I think you heard me do the whoa when that happened. Just like game 1 already doing crazy shit like that, so it definitely makes a little more sense now. Unfortunate that happened in the first 2 games though.
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, this game doesn't, yeah, you have to like back all the way out to the menu in order to like change your buttons, right? You can't do it in lobby. What a prehistoric game this is, man.
It did come out in 2018. You know, this is the UNC game now, unfortunately.
It's almost 10 years old, bro.
Are we getting a
Crazy.
BB tag retrospective for the 10-year anniversary, Atkins?
A BB tag retrospective. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, since we're gonna have a little bit of like an off time here because they're gonna be fixing their buttons, I feel like our scene needs Kagaribi. We need the Kagaribi of the BB tag community, and I think it should happen on the 10-year anniversary. I don't know where it should be, right? But we just need, yo, this game is 10 years old. Anyone who's like ever played it should just like go to this location and like let's have a BB tag tournament. I think that'd be so sick.
Is that what a Kagaribi is?
Yeah, Kagaribi is a Smash Ultimate event that happens every year in Japan. But like the one that happened 2 years ago was basically that. Every Smash Ultimate player was like, you know, we're just all gonna go to this event. And I can't remember why exactly, but it was really cool. And the cool thing about it, even beyond that, was like, there was no prize. There's no prize pool. It was just like, for the love of the game, everyone just like went there. It's the most stacked Smash Ultimate event of all time. It was crazy.
That does sound pretty awesome, yeah. Just imagine the names that you would see from an event like that. You know, Uri coming back, Tectal East Side. You would get so many good names to come back out. Oh my god, Isoropia? Could you imagine?
That's my dream. That's my dream. It's 2 years from now, so I'll, you know, think about it in the future. For the present, hopefully Dandy Mancannon has those buttons ready to go.
It seems like it. He seems a little more comfortable when it comes to moving across the screen. Just a bit more button pressing, not, you know, flailing nearly as much. Really good use of JA so far. Not quite able to stick the landing though. Oh wow, Vatista 5P not working. That's a rare instance.
Another thing that I'm noticing about Dandy Mancannon's approach, I'm curious to see what games they've played in the past. You can see that Shyoshiguy is definitely using their team as a unit, right? A lot of actions of like Ruby goes in and I do this Vatista thing, or Vatista stays back and I find opportunity to get Ruby in. It feels like Dandy Mancannon is approaching this almost like I'm playing a 1v1 with two different characters. Not a lot of assists being called.
There's also a bit of unfamiliarity when it comes to, you know, the buttons that they're pressing, the properties that they have on block or hit, what combos into what, you know, so on and so forth. It's definitely a bit of, you know, getting used to the characters that they're playing. I'm not 100% sure if like this is their main team, but you could definitely see that kind of thing going on here. But they still have a chance to come back from this year. Gotta make it work. I think that's the first time I've seen Ruby 5e vacuum actually work the way it was intended.
A blessing for Shyoshiguy as they're able to get the 3-0 victory. And yeah, I mean, I'll be excited to see Dandy Mancannon's development. Like, you can tell that they're like trying to get their feet wet in terms of just like getting a grasp and handle on their team and the game. BB Tag's a weird game, man. There's a lot going on. So, but happy that they have joined us. They're not even out yet. They're just going to be dropping to losers. We might even see them later. You never know.
Yeah, shoutouts to a player like Dandy. Like, coming to a bracket that you're not familiar with and just, like you said, getting your feet wet, it really does show a certain type of character, and being able to put yourself in a compromised position that you may not be super comfortable in, it shows that you're willing to grow despite the situation that you may be in. And I think that does talk a lot about how good Dandy potentially will be in the future if he does end up sticking with the game, or any fighting game in general. Like, that's just a really cool trait to have, and I fuck with it a lot.
Word. Yeah, that'll be Shyoshiguy moving on to fight LilSoonerFan. I see Shyoshiguy back in here. Is that match happening now? Or?
I didn't count game 2 because of the button issues, so I'm having to get back in.
Oh, word. Okay, yeah, for sure. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, alright. Wouldn't that apply to both games, though?
Under normal circumstances, yes, but I was made aware of the button issues, and then they still played a second game, so I was just like, you know what, I'll let it rock.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. It's a rare situation we get to see a game 4 like this. No trouble, though. More BB tag is always good.
I mean, I guess while we're here, I do want to take a little bit of an analysis on how like round start goes, right? Weiss has a traditionally very strong round start between 5A and 4A. Okay, so they do be pressing that 5A. That's good to see.
Ruby does have the answer to Weiss 5A that other characters may not be able to access and typically see, but thankfully I don't think we're going to have to worry about that too much, because we're going to be getting a nice happy birthday to cap off the round here.
Okay, yeah, just such massive amounts of hits done and like actual duration of hits between both of these characters. It's one of those things that makes it very beginner friendly, right? You have things like Buzzsaw and things like Vatista 5P to just really give you the time to confirm what's happening on the screen, you know?
Yeah, just being able to take advantage of a lot of the tools that the game provides you just in terms of system mechanics. And it's very forgiving when it comes to giving you reward off of those things. Even if you're not taking a lot of damage from it, you're getting the idea of it in your head and how you can apply it to other teams as well. And it looks like Shyoshiguy just knows very well how to maneuver with their team, just off the fundamentals of it. And Dandy already getting a nice pickup though, potentially gonna get a full combo. We love to see it.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay, resonance activation. Whee! Yeah, that's rough. The Vatista 6P in the back. 5 bars on deck. I've seen Shyoshiguy do some cross combo shenanigans in the past. Might be gearing up for another one right here to seal the deal.
Oh, there we go. Gonna be keeping it nice and simple. Gonna go straight for the 236 BC into the DHC, and that's gonna be a swift 3-0 for Shyoshiguy.
Yeah, even good situational awareness to not go for that super in the corner, right? Because there is an off chance that maybe you input the super too fast and she flies to the other side of the screen and doesn't make contact with the character, just, you know, walking under, stabilizing things. Good stroke for Shyoshiguy. I'm interested to see how they do in the future, especially with their next upcoming match. They'll have to fight LilSoonerFan. That's going to be a Ruby mirror. If I recall correctly, I think LilSoonerFan plays Ragna Ruby, so that should be a very interesting match.
Oh, Ragna Ruby. God, I haven't seen that team since Scrub decided to play like a bunch of walled teams. Incredibly strong team. But no, yeah. How do I put this? Well, we already discussed earlier about how beginner brackets are a good way of just seeing how a bunch of people play the game. I also like seeing it for the type of matchups you have. Obviously that applies to most tournaments, but like I feel beginner brackets have a unique kind of matchup chart because sometimes you're gonna fight a player that not necessarily better than you, but they have a certain skill set that completely contrasts yours. You know, you have your flowchart Kens, not in a derogatory way, that are just able to completely blow through your offense and defense just because they have a very strong way of going about the neutral game that you have to very specifically learn to adapt to, and some people just aren't ready for that. And I do think that is an interesting way of just like going about the matchups in a tournament like this. I'm not 100% sure if that's something that we would see today, but just as an example that would really pull things together and would make it a little interesting, and also give someone a good chance to review their footage and have a good idea of where to go from there.
Flowchart kin non-derogatory is very, very funny phrasing. But I completely hear and agree with everything that you're saying. I'm actually just coming off the heels of playing in like a SoulCal Guilty Gear Strive Slam. So my scene did like a Sage Jam Slam-esque style event for specifically SoulCal players from different communities to try to learn Guilty Gear Strive 2.0. And yeah, like it was like a lot of people that I come across are people that are have been playing Strive for a while and like know their character, but just like you know, aren't high level in the game, or people that are high level in other games, but you could tell they're trying to pick up Guilty Gear Strive. And so it was kind of interesting seeing that dichotomy and all the different approaches in that regard. So yeah, we love beginner and intermediate tournaments. We're going to be continuing along with this one. I saw Adachi Neo on the screen, which is a interesting team. It's going to be Chicken Fish versus Tron Ultimate.
Let's take this one step at a
Oh
time.
god, Neo Adachi. Did fucking Nene start trading people again? Because I feel like that's the only way you would play a team like this, but already off to a rather explosive start here. Just incredibly early burst, but trying to get a full confirm, not quite able to do so until now. Good burst timing from Chicken Fish to be able to go through it, but already another super. Neither of them putting anything on the brakes yet.
Yeah, Tron Ultimate gives me the sense that they like hitting them buttons, right? There's been a constant onslaught of offense going on with them, which makes me super interested to see how their Blake is gonna play, right? Because that definitely fits the Labrys archetype. Are they gonna slow it down when Blake is in, or will it be more of the same? I guess we'll see.
Honestly, like, when it comes to mid-level Blake, that's definitely something I feel like I see a lot of. People... Oh, wait. That was such a good idea, but the assist being on screen just really messed with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think doing the super probably would have been a better idea.
No punish on the burst, though. Trying to slam the 5v to get some sort of block stun going. Really wants to get this Neo out as soon as possible, ideally. Didn't quite get the confirm on the JC. Oh my god!
Ooh, the assist punish, but no, did 4P and tech backwards, so it's not close enough in order to get the full pickup. Honestly, still anyone's game. My Chicken Fish basically just needs 2 hits in order to make this happen.
I have to wonder if the amount of 5Cs that we've been seeing have been intentional, because there have been a lot of them. But I don't think it's going to matter too much if our character's dead. A really good bust out super from Chicken Fish, going to be moving it back to a 1v1.
Hey, yo, post resonance run up. It wasn't even DP. It was run up DP. Power move. I love that.
Oh my god, it worked? Oh shit. Yo, what a scrappy first game. These guys did not respect each other in the slightest. That was insane.
Indeed, indeed. Definitely some car crash neutral going on, but there are a few nuances that I've kind of noticed about pretty much all the characters here. So like Chicken Fish, pretty potent in understanding the overall Neo game plan of how you open people up. Like we saw the JC instant overheads and they're utilizing their J8's reload. I'm loving the way they're playing neutral. The pickups aren't quite there. Neo can be a little bit awkward to convert with, and even when you do, the damage is not high, but it's important to get something because the reset and mix-up potential can be prominent. The Adachi, on the other hand, I'm noticing that Chicken Fish is having a lot of issues setting up, and I think it's because of Blake, right? Blake has these super long buttons, and I'm noticing that Adachi is getting persona broken time and time again. So it'll be interesting to see how Chicken Fish plays around that, or how Tron Ultimate kind of uses that to their advantage.
No, yeah, 2000%. As a Blake LARPer, this matchup is pretty good for Blake. Like, she has a lot of ways to navigate around Azio, and she's probably one of the few characters in the game that can actually punish grounded Azio in general. Not quite able to get a full confirm here, but we are going to be swapping black into the Blake here, just going for some plus frames, but not taking advantage of it. Chickenfish not respecting and going straight from the mash out here. Once again, dropping the combo in the same point though. Might be a little bit too high for the full confirm.
Yeah, that persona being broken. Thank God that like that 6P has persona properties. If not, probably one of the best assists in the game. But we're seeing some stabilization from Chickenfish. No, a little bit too late on the Adachi 5P call, but we still get mixed.
Yeah, there we go. Gonna be able to clutch it out with a nice hit of the assist here and a full confirm into the second game win here. Chickenfish going up 2-0 in honestly a pretty intriguing way. There's definitely a lot of flailing going on both sides, but you can definitely tell that the way Chickenfish is going about things has a bit more structure to it. He wants to set up EZO like you mentioned earlier. Whether or not he's doing so successfully just because of how Blake works is a different story, but I definitely think that's going to be the make or break situation here. Being able to play the defensive on... I keep reading his in-game name and forgetting what his actual name is. Tron. Tron's gonna have to make that decision on how he wants to go about approaching it. But yeah, it's definitely gonna make a difference.
A0, and they're gonna be able to find that B0. We do the reversal, but we're still stuck.
Honestly, not a bad reversal. Just got sent so far forward that it really didn't make a difference here. Ooh, the whiff 5P, but the J-Weave messing up the combo again. Not quite able to hold it off. A bit of a stutter going on, unfortunately. Nice pickup on the Labrys here, potentially gonna kill? No, there we go. Didn't quite end the combo early enough, but this is still looking like a pretty unfortunate situation for Tron.
Yeah, I'm noticing that Chickenfish is like, they're trying to land a very specific route, and I think it's dropping for a variety of different reasons. Like, some of it comes down to verticality, right? The opponent's just too high. Some of it, I think, is actually coming down to hit stun decay. Like, the combo's going on for too long, so.
No, yeah, that definitely could be part of it. It's more a height thing just because of how 5B hits in the specific spot that we're doing it. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. Even if that wasn't a punish counter, we're going to be getting a full confirm into what would have been death if I didn't commentator curse, but it's okay because we got a nice AZO after. Chickenfish closing it out and getting a nice 3-0.
Yeah, Chickenfish looks good. I think it honestly just really comes down to the combo conversions, right? Learning how to stabilize things with Neo is not easy, right? She is not a very pick up and play type of character. You have to be really cognizant of what you're going to route into in real time, let alone like picking up the combo, but also stabilizing it into Oki thereafter, which just comes with time. You know, when you're picking up characters like that, it is like good to take baby steps and just kind of like, okay, I'm going to focus on hitting the combo first, right? And this is going to be the combo, and I'll get the building blocks later. So definitely no doubt in my mind that Chickenfish will be able to pick that up down the line. I mean, Tron Ultimate, like, they had a solid approach to the game, I feel. I think it was just one of those things of, like, trying to figure out how to have their two characters execute as a team and playing such a wonky team in the first place. It's hard for me to explain, like, how exactly they were utilizing Blake to support Labrys or Labrys to support Blake. But yeah, again, one of those situations where we may see more of them in the future. They're just dropping the losers for now, but an interesting matchup overall.
Yeah, 2000%. Though even more interesting to me is the fact that we actually got baited here. Takane is actually just fish, and I was not ready for that. But still, the matchup here is going to be something that I wasn't quite prepared for. Nightwolf, as far as I am aware, is, correct me if I'm wrong, a Yuzu player? I could be thinking of a different person.
I'm not gonna fall for this bait. There's no way that there's no way there's a Mitsuru player in here, man. Oh my goodness gracious!
Wait. Oh, you're kidding.
I can't believe it. It's
Wait,
been
that's super
10,000
cool.
years. It's been 10,000 years. How many times have I begged for a Mitsuru player to be in a TMN bracket? Like at least 30.
I guess if it makes you feel better, there was supposed to be 2, but the other one didn't check in. So.
Zam.
I could
Well, I'm
feel
hyped.
defensive from here.
Yeah, I mean, I have 1. I'm hyped. Like.
They're playing Artemis's team, no doubt. And so it was kind of hard to comment on a lot of players and how they would play going into a match, but knowing Fishlicker, Bruce is gonna throw himself at you. And like, there's definitely an idea of how he wants to go about it. He knows how to play his team.
Yeah,
And you can
this
definitely
is
see
like, I don't want to overanalyze ahead of time, but I feel like for someone picking up the game, playing New and Mitsuru, learning how to play against Yang is kind of tough, right? She has all this armor, and both these characters are kind of focused on like playing around their buttons and their like range control. Like if you're not familiar with how to deal with Yang armor, I feel like it'd be very tough in a bracket like this.
Definitely. Yeah, especially with someone so comfortable with how like they play their team. Fish is so ready to just throw a lot of buttons at you, be able to press whatever supers or specials he wants to get in. Yeah, like your full combo like that, you have to have confidence in order to do something like that. And it seems like Nightwolf is just a little bit flustered when it comes to dealing with it so far.
Oh man, and I also read in chat that Nightwolf is like a Persona 4 Mitsuru player. Mitsuru in this game just works completely differently. I've tried to go back to Persona 4 and she can do that? That was wild.
Okay, I gotta call you out for a second. I like how you said it in chat when Nep literally said it out loud first.
Oh, I mean, whatever, like... I just didn't listen to Nep. I read chat instead. But anyways,
that's crazy.
Like, yeah, like
Mitsuru. I don't listen to Nep either.
Mitsuru is completely different in this game than in comparison to Persona 4. Like the button distribution is completely all over the place. There are some specials that are normals, there's some normals that are specials. So I definitely respect the hustle of trying to have the dual main across games. It's easier said than done for some characters. And I think Mitsuru is actually on the harder end of the spectrum, in my biased opinion.
No, regardless of bias, you're unfortunately just correct. Like, that character is... Hey, look, agreeing with a Mitsuru player was not in my fucking bingo card, okay? You know,
Oh my God.
I gotta have some standards.
You're right, I guess.
Look, I have an agenda to push, but regardless. Nightwolf already looking a little bit better here, just still, once again, getting a bit overwhelmed with the pressure on... Wait, what the fuck? Yo, I've never seen that before, that was really cool. Just trying to answer the Yang here, but not quite approaching in the way that we thought. Ooh, okay. Wait, okay, there's so many things happening at once, it's hard to commentate all of them, but good use of J.
Yeah, this is kind of like what I was talking about. Like Mitsuru and New, they're so focused on like the neutral game and maintaining control for one reason or another, and Fish Flicker's gonna run it down, right? And having like the counterplay to run it down strategies is tough, right? When you're just learning the game, so.
Yeah, definitely, and we're just gonna ignore that interaction, by the way, you know. No.
I can't believe that burning goal hit. I actually thought I was gonna whiff.
Yeah, me too. That was a backwards hitbox and a half. That was insane. But no, yeah, this actually goes back to the point of what I was talking about with the whole flowchart 10 thing. Like, not to say that Fish Flicker is like a fucking filthy masher or anything, but he definitely plays in a way that forces you to interact with him in a certain way. And if you're not ready for that, then it's just gonna feel like you're getting steamrolled. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Knight is probably still getting their bearings. She is... translating from one game to another is already really difficult. So the fact that she's able to do it here is going to be probably a trouble in of itself, for lack of a better way to describe it.
I am glad, something that I was going to point out is that I am glad to see, because she was kind of bouncing between starting New and starting Mitsuru. You definitely start Mitsuru, especially if Fish is not starting Yang, just because Mit's round start 5A is so good. So that's good to see.
Definitely. Yeah, especially with a team like this, you always want to be starting Mitsuru. Hell, I don't think there is a team that you don't start with Mitsuru point, but, you know, the point still stands. I don't think we're going to have to worry about it, though, because Mitsuru is probably disappearing. Oh, wait, never mind?
Oh, wow. Able to get the New in there, trying to stabilize, like, yeah, just trying to cover those specific instances of the screen, and Fish Flicker is pressing for it, just not being at the spaces where Nightwolf is trying to cover.
Nice block, though. Gonna be able to escape the defensive situation just out of the courtesy of being able to defend properly. Still not a great situation, especially with a confirm like this gonna be the end of New, but... You know, we're fighting back. We're using our movement to our advantage, trying to navigate around the firecrackers. Though, it might be a bit more of an uphill battle from here.
Okay, good positioning. I respect JC usage. JC mentioned. I'm hype.
Yeah, she's done it a few times now. Like, there's been a good few uses of that, but I don't think we're going to be seeing much more of it because the character is most likely dead. Fish Licker, cleaning it out, 3-0, and we're going to be moving on to our next match.
Yeah, I mean, like, Fish Licker's not a new player. Like, Fish Licker's been playing BB Tag for quite some time, ever since I've been kind of like around like the BB Tag bracket sphere. So, I mean, they are bound to graduate from this tournament series like soon, I would feel. I know they're not eligible for graduation yet, but like they very clearly know how to operate the Blake and the Yang. And if you're just like getting into the game, I feel like that's a tough pull. But I mean, Nightwolf will get used to it. Again, like trying to learn your character in BB Tag that you made in another game for basically any character is always going to have struggles. Mitsuru is definitely one of the harder ones of the bunch, but you know, giving it some time and sticking to it, I'm sure it'll all come together. And in some ways, well, it depends. I don't know if Nightwolf plays like Mitsuru or Shadow Mitsuru in Persona 4 Arena, but in some ways it may even feel better than executing those things once you really get it down. Because this character's fun.
They play both, but they lean towards normal Mitsuru more.
I see.
No, yeah, that's super cool, unironically. Just being able to do it the way that they are. I'm looking forward to watching more of their play later. But that is unfortunately one of the only real problems when it comes to beginner brackets like this. Especially with the qualification system that TMN runs with. Not that there's a fundamental issue, just it's courtesy of the community that we're in at the moment. There's a lot of players that would still qualify for being a beginner, despite being really good at the game. Like, case in point, we're going to be watching Lavender here, and every time I watch Lavender, I'm genuinely super impressed. I think she in particular is someone who most likely just has to work on their nerves more often than not. And there's definitely a lot of situations where I've seen her have decision making that might not always be what she's going for when she's calm. But other than that, she has incredibly solid Oki. She understands what she does with her team. She has a bunch of variety when it comes to them. I'm a Lavender fan. I think she's gonna do really good this journey.
Yeah, I thought Lavender played Weiss Yang, but walking into Ragna Rachel, is this a team switch or are they just
she at this point doesn't really have a set main. She just kind of plays like a rotation of teams.
Word, I feel that. Just like me, for real.
Though there's definitely a bit of a core when it comes to the characters that they play. Rachel, in Weiss in particular, I would say, that I see, like, she plays with most of her teams. And this one is no exception. Ragna Rachel, I'm actually not super familiar with how this team functions, but I'd imagine it's just more of enabling Rachel to do what she wants.
I suppose I'm very conflicted about this team, but I've also seen Lavender play in the past, and I've been kind of impressed by the things that she's able to implement. So I'm interested to see what the game plan is with this team. I've definitely never seen it before.
Speaking of game plans, gonna be using the Bizio to his advantage here. Not quite able to get a full confirm, going back to the neutral here, getting hit by Gauntlet Hades, but honestly, not looking bad for Fish so far, is what I would have said until we got hit by that.
Oh my
commentator's curse, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Are we killing Adachi with this? Probably Carnage Scissors? Yeah.
Oh, damn, she didn't even try to block. Just stood there on the DP. That's a hood perfect right there. Does it count? Do we count that?
I mean, it's a real perfect. The life bars were like completely blue. Like that is.
Yeah, after healing.
No, it's real. It's Ragna perfect.
Okay. I will leave that in your jurisdiction. You are more credible than I am. SoCal land.
We take those.
But no, yeah. There was definitely inklings of genius when it comes to the way Fish was playing. He had the good idea of swapping into just get some Bizio mixes rolling. Doesn't matter who you're playing, everyone can bleed when they are behind the bars of the laser beam, and I definitely think Lavi is no exception. We're gonna need to see a lot more of it in order to make a bit of a difference here, though, because Fish seemed a little bit overwhelmed when it came to defense.
Yeah, I have some critiques about the construction of Chicken Fish's team that I will wait until the end of the set to say.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. Though I'm definitely not critiquing finishing the combo this time. Going for the Oki, getting a nice safe jump on the hold, setting up the George, trying to... Oh my god, wait, there's two of them.
Oh god. Are we gonna combo to the other one? Yo, NBA the run? Sheesh, with the squat in the middle? Okay, we're cooking a little bit too hard. We're gonna activate the game breaker, but that was funny.
Yeah, a little bit too much dip on the chip, but not gonna matter too much because we're getting a full confirm on the Neo after comboing the assist a bit here, and setting up a nice sandwich for Lavi's troubles, forcing this chicken guy into two mix-ups, by the way.
that was absolutely messed up. Using the first set of health Fang, not doing the follow-up, and then hopping over for the left-right, I would have gotten hit and have been mad.
Not quite confirming into the Atom Smasher there, but using the 2 seconds of plus frames to make something happen there. Gonna be unfortunately caught by the 5A, most likely up back in considering there was no exclamation point, and that's gonna be Lavender taking game 2. A bit closer though.
Yeah. They were looking to get some stuff started. I think, like, I'll kind of just say it now to where, like, Adachi Neo can work. Like, essentially, you're trying to get them to block BZU and then run, like, Neo pressure. But I feel an issue that Chicken Fish is running into is trying to, like, do Zeos with no enforcement. And Neo's support kit is not, like, the best. She has, like, serviceable assists. So they need to either find a way to do, like, A Zeo with a well-timed Neo assist and then B Zeo in. But even then, we're seeing, like, the Persona get broken by a whole bunch of unfortunate things. Initially, it was, like, the Blink disjoints. Now it's, like, Rachel 6P, right? Which is just kind of, like, floating over and just, like, tragically, miraculously breaking the Persona. So it's some food for thought. I don't know if it should be a Neo leads type of thing, or they are switching to Neo point, which is something I had to do. But we'll see how it, like, plays out as the set moves along here.
Okay, I'm just gonna blissfully ignore that situation being super fucked up and thank the gods that we got that 60 hit, because I feel like that was Chicken's god-given right after that. But Lavi clutching it up right after, not quite able to kill the character, trying to go for a bit of a parry here. Maybe trying to read the push block on the 5V cancel. That's a DP though, is what I would have said if we got a full confirm, but that was already an air hit, so we were able to drop out, save the character.
Lavi really loves these left-rights. Kind of playing like a left-right simulator game plan, which is cool. I too also enjoy some left-rights.
This is so scary.
Frog doing. There's still another one too. That's what's crazy.
I would have gotten hit in that situation too. That was super unfortunate. It's gonna be going for the Gauntlet Hades here. Tried to throw. Just Lavi playing with so much confidence here. I know I was talking about the mental game earlier, but it really does not matter when you're playing as confident as she is right now. Gonna be able to clutch it out game 3, once again giving us our 4th 3-0 of the night.
I feel like the game plan that Lavi is implementing is actually a really tough one and the bane of intermediate BB tag for sure. Of, like, if you're just, like, constantly going for a button plus assist, jump cancel into I set up a sandwich and do an active switch mix-up, that is, like, as a defender, like, it's a strong thing to do in general. Like, I think it even goes beyond an intermediate and goes, like, into advanced BB tag, but, like, learning how to defend against that is tough, because, like, either I feel like you kind of fall into the line of just, like, I'm in this situation, I don't know what to do about it as you can't block the mix-up, or you just, like, spam push block entirely too much, and it's like, okay, I have no resources in neutral now. So yeah, I mean, good on Lavi for having those fundamentals down, because that is definitely something that I feel carries into all levels of play and is a fundamental thought of, like, how do I get out of this as a defender, which is not always the most straightforward answer, you know?
No, yeah, definitely. And I think she was doing an incredible job of exploiting that and recognizing that her opponent wasn't quite ready for that kind of game plan. We've been talking a lot about, you know, matchups and how that would affect your tournament experience and whatnot. I think this is the kind of matchup that you're definitely not going to be ready for as a beginner until you're exposed to it more. You know, you gotta get hit with the exposure therapy, get shocked in the shock chair a little bit, just make sure that you understand how it feels until you're ready to go lab it out, make sure you understand how to defend against it, so on and so forth. You gotta know your options, right? And I feel like the knowledge is going to come just from giving yourself that experience, which is going to be pretty hard for a lot of the players in this tournament to circumvent, I think.
Indeed. We are moving along here though, so we are in the top 8, knocking on top 6 territory. We have Nightwolf and Shyoshiguy coming up. Both players that we've had on stream. Let's see how this goes.
I don't know why, but when you said Shy, I immediately thought Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf on screen, just do it.
Yeah, I mean, we are just doing these safe jumps. It doesn't matter if we're air teching. We are throwing ourselves out. Speaking of throwing, oh my god, these lariats have been going crazy. But we're not going to see any more of them because the character's gone.
Indeed, gonna be able to spin the 4 bars and make their dreams come true as the Mitsuru's out of here. Solo New, level 1 Resonance, it's bleak. Although New can be a messed up Resonance character. You know, when you activate it and you go for the pin supers and just kind of chip them away, running those high-low mix-ups, but the matter at this point, like, when do you even activate it? Shyoshiguy has such a massive lead.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in a situation like this, it's pretty rough to know when you pop Resonance. But, okay, yeah, I thought Ruby was too far for a second, but thankfully that was not the case. Nightwolf going down game 1.
Resistance is futile.
Yep. Shyoshiguy with the solid Ruby Vatista fundamentals, the fundamentals. Now, I will say I was interested in that Shyoshiguy versus LilSoonerFan matchup. It happened off stream. LilSoonerFan took a 3-0, right? So I'm wondering if there's any elements of that game that Shyoshiguy was able to internalize and be like, yo, they be moving Ruby like this? That's crazy, right? So, but yeah, I mean, I've been impressed by their fundamental approach thus far. And I am still biased though. I'm Team Mitsuru, so I want to see Nightwolf pull out the big guns. Some 5A plus 5P, some Dwa plus 6P, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We want to see the bullshit. We're playing BB Tag for a reason. Oh, speaking of bullshit, see fucking Lariat immediately? We're ready to kill people.
I think you mean speaking of a smart decision, right? Calculated. Unfortunately did not work out, but I appreciate the effort of sticking your neck out like that with a committal maneuver such as Dwa.
So, something I feel like I'm noticing a lot from Nightwolf is, we mentioned uncomfortability with a couple other people today, but not only is she learning a character that she plays in another game, but she plays incredibly passive due to that. There's a lot of situations where she's just not really doing much, and it gives the opponent a lot of opportunities to move. Case in point, what's happening right now. She popped Resonance and tried to, I assume, do a super because she whipped a throw, and just haven't really been able to do anything since.
Yeah, I think this actually just plays more into the differences between BB Tag and Persona Mitsuru, right? Persona, for as crazy of a game it is still 1v1 at the end of the day, right? And like Mitsuru has like the mid-range advantage, and this is a neutral queen in that match if you can kind of like slow things down. Where like in this game, you kind of gotta like be an asshole. like she still does have like some great mid-range elements, and you can play quote unquote slow to some extent, but abusing those mid-range elements really comes down from like running very oppressive offense and having it being followed up by your partner. So it's just kind of like a mindset shift, but I do kind of understand the line of reasoning that is informing their play at the moment.
No, yeah, definitely. You could see the thought process that goes in their head while they do this, but it's just kind of a little bit too little too late at the moment, unfortunately. Not because of the set count, but more so just in terms of the neutral itself. They're also not... She's also not taking advantage of her assists nearly as much as she should be, I think. But that's probably going to come more with experience, and she will definitely get to that more often than not. But not before we get Vortexed into the Ruby corner, unfortunately.
Ooh, JC gonna be able to find the burst. Mitsuru holding it down for the last stand. Shyoshiguy having this big life lead, finds the cross up.
Gonna be getting a nice confirm into the corner potentially. No, a little bit too much combo here. Gonna be able to get a full punish here. Not far enough to get 5v, I think. So that was good recognition on Nightwolf's part. She recognized that. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say, I even like the JB implementation. Again, it's like some of those Persona 4-esque things coming together. I saw the JB rapid cancel confirm in my head, but, you know, replace that with a new 5P, you'll be gaming.
Definitely. Something nice about fighting games is that you're able to convert a lot of things you learn from one game into another. And even if it's a little bit more obtuse in a game like BB Tag as opposed to Persona, doing JV RC, or I guess one more, my bad, excuse me, I'm a LARPer, as opposed to doing like JV plus 5P, it's definitely a different kind of skill curve because this is something I realized recently, but you're basically playing a puppet character while playing BB Tag, like at all times, if you're playing effectively. You know, you're doing a lot of negative edging, you're holding a lot of D while pressing... I just realized how that sounded. Let me rephrase that.
Please be an adult.
You just asked Serena to be an adult. She physically cannot do that.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Anyway, my point is, you're controlling a lot of characters at once. 2 is pretty hard to do, and it's a very different skill set. So even if there is something to translate over from another fighting game when it comes to fundamentally sound stuff, it's still a lot to get your hands on unless you're like a Zato player or anything of that sort. It's kind of hard to, you know, be able to maneuver that into such a different kind of game. And the resource management is so different from a game like Fighters too. Because in Fighters, you're so willing to spend your resources because you get them back at the end of the round anyway. But in a game like Tag, it's so important to be able to conserve it sparingly. It's just different, and I definitely think that played a lot into that set earlier.
I feel you. We are moving along into determining this top 6. We have Tron Ultimate back on the decks. It's Warxt coming up, who wasn't on stream previously, but they are on this Hazama Adachi team. One of Hazama's best teams. Definitely not one of Adachi's, but a very functional and quite annoying team nonetheless.
Definitely, yeah, but it doesn't look like it's working out too well at the moment, unfortunately. The character in the back already down, and the Labrys that has been swinging the entire game doing pretty good work so far. But Blake Burst not going through, Adachi finally taking some momentum for himself.
Ferocious Beast! Alright. Holy defense.
Yeah, nice block on the overhead, recognizing the JC here, popping the resonance, and maybe tried to call something out here, but missing the confirm, unfortunately. Giving this Adachi another chance at life. No, but the 6P not recognized object permanence is not a skill we have, and that's going to be a dead character.
Alright, isolating the Labrys down, instant resonance activation, and they let it rip, let it fly. Got that reversal action. Tron Ultimate gonna be taking game 1.
In quite the fashion, too. We saw a lot of this gameplay when it came to the set that they played earlier, but it worked a lot better here. The overwhelming fashion of staying on top of Warxt this whole time was definitely the differentiating factor between the last set and this one. I think it's making a pretty good difference.
Yeah, it'll there's an esoteric skill that relates to playing Hazama Adachi that I'm interested, like, I'm gonna keep watching to see how well Warxt internalizes it. Of like, there's definitely a skill to flying around the screen with Hazama, right? That is just like a skill that's like specific to him. And where the team like kind of comes in play is just like you're doing that, you're calling Adachi around, and you have like the 6P, and you put your opponent in very unfortunate scenarios. I feel like Warxt in game 1 did play quite a bit more grounded than I would have initially expected, but just comes with the territory of learning the game and the team, you know?
Definitely, yeah. That's something that's just going to come with time, but ideally, it's not going to be something we worry about too much here. Warxt getting a good few hits here. Not all of them though. Go. I love when people do that, it's so funny. But, I mean, it worked out, giving the advantage that we needed. Not quite able to kill the character until the scramble afterwards, but Warxt doing quite the reversal this game.
Oh, I don't know. They probably got button buffered during the screen freeze. It happens.
Definitely, yeah. It happens to the best of us.
This is just like off topic, but like bursting the burst is actually a meta relevant strategy in Idol Showdown. Like, if you have somebody cornered and they burst, you can like react to it and burst back to maintain corner positioning. It's like legitimately a like good thing to do.
Interesting. I assume the resource management isn't as like stressful as it would be in this game.
Yeah. It's also kind of like matchup specific. Like if you're playing like Coco or like a grappler, somebody that like needs to be close, it's very worth doing it. This is funny, but like I think just the ideology of saying like you're bursting, hell no you aren't, I'm bursting. It's just funny no matter what game it is. Like
Definitely, yeah. It's a measuring contest, if you will, and whoever does it last is unfortunately the one that comes out on top. But regardless of what we're measuring today, I think it's going to be even more important to measure how many combos we finish, because we're doing none of that today. Lots of dropped confirms, but a lot of stray hits coming to the forefront as well. A lot of, I don't even know how to describe that, just like, I don't know if you have a different word.
2C straight to super, the power statement. I'm calling it a hit confirm. You don't have to correct us to say if it is or it's not. I'm just going to say that it is.
No, I mean, valid. It makes more, it's funnier to say it's a hit confirm, so I'm gonna go with that. But, no, yeah, I mean, Warxt really got a good idea of how Tron was going about it the first few games, and he was able to take more advantage of it by just scrambling harder. You know, who cares about finishing a combo if we're just gonna get hit 17 times? It works too.
Yeah, they're cooking up. It's definitely a scrappy set. Right, there's a lot of scrapping going on, but like I feel like Warxt is like, although they may not be approaching the neutral game in the way that I would typically imagine for this team, they are still counterplaying Tron, right? The anti-airs are there. They are throwing out hitboxes and the places that Tron is trying to approach and coming out for the better for it more often than not. Of course, the combo conversions are not all there. Hazama can be a bit awkward, but they're hitting the buttons in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, they're swinging properly, and it's making a difference here. Even if it's not a full confirm, we do have the idea on Locket. I think that's ultimately what matters here. But what matters even more at the moment is that we almost got a full confirm going there. Tron looking a little more comfortable this game, not quite throwing himself at the screen as hard as he was the first few times, using the 6 feet to his advantage to try and make it as safe as possible. But, oh man, it's slowly falling apart here.
Yeah, I'm actually really loving the way that Warxt is approaching this game specifically. Much more of that Hazama Adachi playstyle is coming into play. They're being a lot more squirrely. Man, if they replace those bursts with 5Ps, they're cooking. Like on the burst punish, that is.
No, yeah, definitely. I think that's something I find super fun, but we can describe a little bit more about that later. Using the understanding of the neutral here to try and Atom Smasher, but unfortunately missing the punish trying to get the landing. Oh man, this is a bit of an uphill battle to climb, unfortunately. And it's a hill that Sisyphus unfortunately got sent back to the front for, because Warwick's taking the set 3-1.
Is that the set?
Yeah, that is the set.
I believe you.
No, you don't have to believe me. Look at the stream.
I mean, I have Spectrum internet, so I don't have the stream running at the same time where I'm commentating because I don't want to lag. So I am looking at the screen. I just can't look at that screen. Thanks for internet shaming me in public, in front of our lovely 24 viewers. They now all know I have Spectrum internet. Thank you so much for that.
Hey, I mean,
look,
you
I have
revealed
Spectrum
anything-
Internet and I still do it, so that sounds like a skill issue on your part.
Damn.
They got the whole squad roasting me in this VC now. I can't believe it.
It's okay. Spectrum is just undeniably ass.
Yeah, you know, this is like playing League of Legends in your free time.
Nothing wrong with that. Not the BB
Yeah.
tag players talking. Hey, listen, I'm converted. I'm a 2x KO player now, all right? Like, I ain't gonna let y'all get away with that. Riot Games, I love Riot Games, actually.
They're gonna break your computer and be happy about it.
That's crazy. Not the BB tag players talking.
But regardless, we're gonna be moving on into our next match here. Finally moving into seeing LilSooner, and already off to a great start. I love seeing the understanding of the matchup by Fish here. Understanding that we need to crouch the second hit of Gauntlet Haze, but oh man, the momentum's quickly slipping from his fingers. Sooner recognizing the DP and getting a full confirm.
Yeah, you not only eat all this damage, Ragna heals a little bit back in the process. Gets the 2A, keeps the burst safe. Sheesh! They're cooking up right now.
Interesting route. Just going for the full confirm into the D by D here. Maybe he just wanted to heal as much health as possible, and that was definitely what was achieved here. Gonna be going for the Dead Spike and plus streams, potentially. Mashing anyway, does not matter. Getting a nice throw and potentially killing the character.
Didn't call an assist with it, so still has some work to do. I like their dash block game. Like, a LilSoonerFan, they are playing Rushdown, but they're doing it very cautiously, leaving those gaps to, you know, analyze what Fishlicker's doing first and then acting accordingly.
Nice block on the JC, recognizing the position here. Ooh, wait, the oh. I thought that was going to be a confirm for a second. That would have been really cool. But
I ain't gonna lie, I think 5A would have done it. The extended hitbox of her in her semblance mode is kind of crazy.
no, yeah, 2000% agree. But, you know, we gotta let bygones be bygones. That situation is over and done with. A little too much dip on the chip for the confirm here, but the resonance locking out the burst, meaning that this confirm was gonna be the end of the Ruby here. But I don't think it's gonna matter too much when we're trying to get a I almost forgot what the command grab was called for a second. Into a full death here.
Beautiful routing is gonna be able to do it here for LilSoonerFan. And yeah, I think confidence is key here. Like, you can definitely tell by LilSoonerFan's like movements and the way they're constructing pressure and all that good stuff is that like they have a solid fundamental understanding of the neutral game and just BB tag in general. It's some good stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. We haven't seen Sooner play at all today, but every time I see them pop up in any kind of bracket, they're always doing something at least a little impressive. They have the fundamentals to make pretty much any team work for the most part, but I think with a team like this, it definitely capitalizes off of that approach even more so, with having the capacity to be able to go apeshit if need be.
Yeah, we'll see how Fish plays around this, right? You can even see, like, it's forcing Fish to play a little bit differently. Like, there's been so many stare downs, right? Which means that both sides are not committing to anything, which means there has been at least some type of fear instilled inside of Fish. So it's going to be, will they push against that or lean further against the passive nature? We'll see.
It seems like Fish is taking a bit more to the air here just to make sure that that Ragna is getting... Come on! You know, shit is happening right now, but finally a little bit more stabilization is what I would have said if we finished the combo, but no, 2-3-6C not confirming from here, getting a nice whip punish on that, recognizing 5D wasn't going to confirm, and going straight for the 2C, 2-3-6C here. Good recognition on Sooner's part. Gonna go into the Ragna?
Yeah, interesting cash out of resources. You get some damage and you get some life back on Ragna as well. It is kind of expensive for not killing a character though, and it wasn't the best OT situation. You can see the Fishlicker just kind of moses their way out of the corner.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that up back there. Has the opportunity to get Yang out safely for the most part, even if it did take a little bit longer. Still calling Blake still, bossing themselves up. Not punishing the burst though, the momentum slowly being lost unfortunately. This command grab is not working. We gotta chill.
Oh my gosh, they're just moving and grooving. Finds a 6P. I like the push block there, just waiting the momentum here from Fish. Bait out on the reversal. They're just trying to solve for this gameplay loop, right? It's just constant like flying around with Yang calling a Blake assist. I feel like Sooner should call some assists back, no? Like some Ragna 5P action, something.
Oh yeah, that definitely would have been the play while Ruby was still alive, but not quite able to do so, and we're being forced into a block situation regardless. 5BP whiffing, just... Oh yeah, dead character, GG's. I didn't think Yang was gonna get hit, but that was still a good call out regardless, because Yang wasn't gonna kill you.
2x KO. I mean, happy birthday. Good stuff to LilSoonerFan. I still do kind of stand by, like, there was a very blatant, like, 20 seconds of the game where LilSooner was like watching Fishlicker play BB tag. And you really don't want to be caught in those sequences, like where it's just, you know, Yang's flying up, calling the Blake assist. They didn't even have cross combo. you really want to take those opportunities to figure out like how you can manipulate that in your favor by counter calling assists. Not to mention Ruby was dying in the process, so it was kind of imperative to get Ragna in there some way somehow. And yeah, I mean, Ragna doesn't have a beam assist, he doesn't have a projectile, he doesn't have Hilda 4P, but he has a lariat, you know, he has his 6P as well. These are things that you can call, let alone like Ragna 4P as well as an anti-air. These are things that you can call to turn things in your favor. You don't have to watch Fish live or do the thing, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, when you have a bullet assist like Ruby's, it definitely makes a big difference here. And I think we're already seeing a much better use of it here. Trying to get the anti-air with 214C and baiting the DP once again, not quite biting this time. Gonna be a little bit more scrappy, just not quite letting Fish play the game that he wants to.
Yeah, it's good. You know, we're seeing a little bit more assist calls come in from Fishlicker's side on, or sorry, from Sooner's side on Fishlicker's cooldown, so. Ooh,
Yeah,
what a block.
and a punish too. Fish using the burst safe ability of Yang's combos fully to his advantage. Gonna be forcing this Ruby to block for as long as possible. Unfortunately spending the bar, so the threat of a death on the character wasn't quite there anymore. It's slowly but surely slipping faster and sooner out of Sooner's grasp, for lack of a better term.
She said the thing, y'all. She said the thing.
Ruby burst sucks! This button sucks. Yeah, tried to anti-air, unfortunately wasn't able to do so. And being put into a sandwich for his troubles.
Alright. Gonna be able to find the IAD. You'll get some life back with Ragna, which is valuable, except not quite. Can't find the ender on the combo.
Yeah, just really preventing this Blake from moving across the screen here. Even if we didn't finish a full combo, this is very easily like another stray hit in Ragna's favor, especially after the Carnage Scissors too. Just honestly a much better situation.
There's not a punish, but you're definitely not advantageous. Got to throw attack. Oh!
Oh, card cancel? Not quite. Oh man, all of that effort just to get hit by the super here. What an anticlimactic way to end that game. Fish taking that one and slowly working on this reverse 3-0 here.
Yeah, trying to make it happen. I think it's just like Sooner is very comfortable in two positions. It's like when they're in the driver's seat and also when their opponent will agree to play like slower neutral with them. But Fish going on this more like constant decision making flow of play that isn't necessarily aggressive, right? They are like calling an assist, running in action, and then when they're on assist cooldown, disengaging, waiting for the assist to come back, calling an assist, running in action. Sooner has been trying to like counter call, but I think they're also missing some core elements in the process. This game is hard, man, right? It's like you have to like counter call assist, but also be ready to anti-air DP and also be ready to like, you know, take advantage of your situation and swing it in your favor. So it's tough, but once they're able to like kind of juggle all those things in their head at once, it should go in their favor.
Definitely. Yeah, and the team is absolutely in their favor too. Like, this is not a bad matchup on either side, I would say. But it might be a bad player matchup because situations like this, Sooner has been taking advantage of a lot. And finally bearing a little bit of fruit here. You know, the peach is ripe and juicy tonight. Gonna be able to bite succulently out of that. Character almost dead.
Indeed, 5D on the other side, so Fishstick will be able to pick up a little bit of momentum. He's looking so desperately and longingly for that Yang command grab to make contact eventually. It's not going to be this time, as it looks like LilSoonerFan will be able to put this in a one-touch scenario. She will be burning. We do respect.
Yeah, didn't want to deal with that situation. What a fucking 5A, by the way. Oh my god, that was an insane anti-air. Shades of Yumi. God damn.
Confirming into some good damage as well. Just knocking on the door of 10k, not quite there. Yeah, this is where you don't want to get overwhelmed. The push block. No! 5A auto combo too far away. Sorry, smart combos. That's what we call them here.
Wait, I don't think I've ever seen that before. The ladder hit of Yang's Tsubi gunshot made the blocks a bit longer, so that gave Fish the advantage. And just like that, gonna be able to catch the up back here, spend the meter just to make this residence last as little time as possible. Oh, but the grab, unfortunately gonna be clutching it out. LilSooner sending Fish Liquor down to the bracket a little bit later, and moving on the winners.
It works out. Good stuff to LilSooner. Clutching up, things were definitely a little bit dicey in those closing sequences. There was definitely a miscalculation bringing Ragna in when he's on the brink of death when you still have the 2v1 to abuse. I feel like LilSooner has a tendency to rely on opening things up with IAD that Fish Liquor was able to stuff out a lot. That's how they were able to get that timely and impressive 5-8 anti-air. But regardless, LilSooner gonna be able to move on into winners finals to fight Lavender a little later. And yeah, we have some losers matches to get through here. We're gonna be going to Chicken Fish versus Shyoshiguy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, they played this match earlier, didn't they?
This
No,
is inaccurate. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of different sides of the bracket. I guess I'm conflating it just because these two have pretty similar playstyles, all things considered. Like, Fish is a little bit more of an aggressive player just because of the team that he plays, just virtue of that. But Shyoshi is incredibly solid when it comes to just controlling the pace of the match. So I think that's going to be the ultimately differentiating factor between who's going to start taking games here. Who's going to control the neutral better.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I would say that Shyoshiguy is one of the more stable players in this bracket. Kind of impressively so. So I'm really interested to see how far they're going to be able to take this run. So far, so good.
Yeah, a little aggressive when it comes to the assist usage, but thankfully not getting punished too hard for it. Chicken Fish not quite able to reclaim any of this momentum regardless of what he's doing here. Parry not working out because of the projectile, but a good push block into a assist here. But again, just momentum being denied consistently.
Alright. Some good defense from Chicken Fish in some of these offensive cycles Shyoshiguy's trying to get. We're seeing some new trial being played.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here. JC just a little bit too high to get anything going here. I like the use of the 6P to get a little bit of lockdown on the Bizio here. I think that was one of the first times that we've seen Fish properly set up the Bizio.
Yeah, it was one of my biggest critiques of when I saw them on screen previously, so it's nice to see them make that adaptation in no time. Yes, this is what we really need to see more of. It's just like we've seen like stray Zio or Zio with a very unfortunately timed Neo assist that's just called way like too little too late. They're getting the hang of those timings a lot better now, it seems.
Ooh, what a crazy match too, but unfortunately dropping the combo, both sides actually. Just, oh man, we are swinging. Not quite able to confirm any of these hits. The Ruby going down.
Okay, opening contractions, whatever she meant by that. Gonna be in the resonance level 4. That's what she said, right? Opening contractions?
That is not what I said.
Wait, what did she say?
Interactions.
Opening interactions? That makes a lot more sense. I've heard contractions for like... Actually, are you sure about that?
I am so positive.
Opening interactions? I've heard contractions, bro.
Maybe I said it without even realizing I said it, but that was not what I meant to say.
I don't know.
It's okay. We're gonna gaslight Atkins into believing I said something different. It's fine.
I've listened to that voice line at least 2,000 times in my life. I like. There's no way she's saying interactions.
Oh. I am so sorry. I thought you were talking about what I was saying.
No! Oh my god. I caught my I passed the QuickTime event and remembered that we're on a stream and not in a private VC here. So we're good. We're good.
Oh shit. I was gonna get fucking annihilated. But no, yeah. Moving into this next game, I think Yoshi has the right idea. He's just not keeping it as tight as it should be. Good block on the overhead, recognizing Chicken has gone for the overhead quite a bit in that situation. And just having a bit more solid of a defense.
There's like a couple more elements to Shiyoshi's game that I'd really like to see, and if they implement them, they're gonna be a TMN terror. Oh, one of them is that, like, okay, so for this combo particularly, right, they're gonna call Vatista on the mix. If it's blocked, they're gonna do safe jump into JC. Let's see if it happens. Yeah, they go like high-low, right? I think what I would also like to see is maybe some active switch elements, especially when Ruby is low. They're like very committed to that mix-up no matter what, so there's more things you can do. You can do like gun blast and go into Vatista. Another thing I really want to see from them is doing teleport plus 5p or just teleport plus something, because it's really broken on this team. So.
Definitely, yeah. It definitely seems like he's not quite familiar with setting up the situation, more so just the unfamiliarity kind of thing. But not gonna make too much of a difference here. Oh no, the 5A of Doom tried to make something happen there, didn't quite confirm it to the super.
Oh,
but...
do it! Let it rip! No! Oh, they're gonna do it delayed? I don't... Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I don't know how I feel about DHing into Neo though. Oh, that was an unblockable and a half. That was death. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I think both of these teams have safe DHC. If we're going from Vatista into Ruby and from Adachi into Neo, I know for sure Vatista into Ruby. I'm not sure about Adachi into Neo, but...
Maybe. It depends on the super that you do. But... it definitely works in their favor. Chicken getting good mileage out of these Atom Smashers here. Dude has called out, I think, 2 different lasers in this set this game. And I think that was the main thing that gave the momentum here. Chicken taking his first game.
Yeah. Really interesting into the set there because of one of those big calls to the C laser, right? Really instilled the fear on Shyoshiguy to rely on those lasers for the remainder. And that's what allowed for Chickenfish to set up that BZO for free, because I was not a safe BZO. C laser, A laser, or what I think would have been best is super would have definitely punished that. But it's just because they like deterred Shyoshiguy from wanting to look for that in the first place is what allowed for them to set up that BZO and subsequently get the game.
Yeah, definitely. Situations like that are what ultimately make the difference in a lot of situations. And you could definitely tell that that was exactly what that was. Just having the recognition to be able to throw that out and the... I forget what the term is, but the confidence to do so, for lack of a more robust vernacular.
Indeed. Okay, strike throw mix up. It's a throw this time.
Gonna be getting a nice little confirm here. Just going straight into the safe jump like we mentioned earlier. Not keeping it as burst safe as we could have, but doesn't matter too much in this case. Gonna return back to the neutral, using the 6P to get some advantage here. Trying to bait out as many push blocks as possible. And Shyoshi just doing a lot of IAD in that particular spot. But it's been working out in his favor so far.
Yeah, slinging. And yeah, this is just a very solid layer 1 to run in a bracket like this, right? That safe jump has actually been hitting more times than it's been blocked. And even on the post-block situation, they've been able to capitalize accordingly, so...
Definitely, yeah. It makes a huge difference just having a strong layer 1 because a lot of players are just not comfortable dealing with it for the most part. And you could definitely tell that this is something that is definitely a little bit foreign in an environment like this. So Shyoshi able to really take advantage of the unfamiliarity a lot of players might have with this sort of situation, and potentially closing out the game.
We gotta buff Vatista. We gotta buff Vatista.
Good use of the laser. I don't think anything else was gonna punish there.
Yeah, I think that was the best idea.
Hey! Why won't you listen to...
There's just a funny outro. Like Ruby getting cut off right at the... Hey! Why won't you listen to me? I don't know if I've seen that outro before. That was funny.
Get ready!
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone has really played this team for the most part.
Maybe Chop like on a in a casual set. Maybe
Oh no, you're right. Actually, Chop would play this team. But like, if he's gonna play a Ruby team, he's probably gonna play like Ruby GA.
Yeah.
But regardless of the man who named himself after a piece of food, we are going to be watching more Ruby gameplay here. A lot of good anti-airs here. Unfortunately not able to confirm off of it, but all of these scrambles working out in Shyoshigui's favor into already not looking great for Chicken Fish.
I do want to point out, there is another man that has named himself after actually 2 pieces of food in this set. So...
Oh shit, you're right, actually.
I respect the attempt, though. I respect the attempt.
I legit wasn't even paying attention to that. Like, do you think like, which food do you think chicken prefers? Like the fish or the chicken?
They're actually vegan. That's the funny part. They like the animal, not the food.
Wait, that's crazy. You know, the irony is definitely not lost on me. But yeah, just like we're peeling back that onion to add to our vegan tofu, we're gonna be going back into a full confirm into the super and killing the character. Shyoshi taking the next game.
You have such colorful metaphors. It's just like I don't think I've ever heard anyone just like say the word tofu on commentary in any context, but also to just like put it in as a transition. It's just you're one of a kind. I love that.
I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. It definitely.
Have you eaten yet? Like, have you have you had dinner? Are you good over there? Like.
Yes, I ate some pizza. We're okay.
Oh, okay, all right. Not a tofu pizza, right?
Oh my god, is that real?
Probably. I don't want to use this public platform to like roast vegans, so we're not like. I'm sure tofu pizza is real and delicious.
Shout out to the tofu pizza lovers out there.
And shout outs to vegans. You know. We are moving along here to Fish Liquor versus Warxt.
Oh god, okay. So I think this is definitely going to be a situation where Fish is going to do very similarly to how they did in the match between Nightwolf earlier. Like, this is just a matchup that if you're not prepared for Fish, then you're not going to feel good playing into them. And I'm not quite sure how Warxt would go about it, mostly because I'm unfamiliar with the player themselves. But you can definitely see that Fish is a little bit more experienced here.
So far, so good for Warxt. Stuck in the corner, but finds a way out. Timely Adachi call, just could not cover it. Tried to react too little too late. Could have gotten happy birthday in the process. That could have been way worse.
Ooh, almost as bad as getting DP here. Losing all of our momentum. A bit of lag though, not quite able to confirm the hit properly. Getting a nice low confirm, but a good burst on Warx's part. Command grab!
Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Oh, honestly benefits from that clash altogether. Didn't keep it burst safe. I think going straight into cross slash into Hazama might have killed Yang there.
Definitely. Yeah, I wasn't quite able to recognize the situation, but ultimately worked out in Warx's favor because we are going to go straight into Hazama and put this character on death's row. A lot cleaner than I was expecting from Warxt based on their first game.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Ooh, yeah, you can tell they really want to kill Blake. You gotta be careful about doing things like that in BB tag, going for these desperation actions while you have a life lead. That's how things can turn around very quickly.
Yeah, no, it's incredibly easy to be a little short-sighted when it comes to killing a character in that way, and I definitely think that was the main difference between keeping the lead and using it like we are here. But it's not undoable. Adachi with Resonance is a pretty strong character, even with Blake on the screen. You know, but, I was about to make another vegan joke, but I think we can put a.
Why are we suddenly shitting on vegans? Like, you know, it's my fault. I introduced vegan into the vernacular because I heard tofu, and now I'm so sorry to anybody who is watching this and is vegan. This is not. I love y'all. Like, for real. Like,
We'll make you turkey burgers at the cookout, trust.
they can't have that!
Wait. No,
Oh
I'm
my
thinking of,
god!
no, fuck, what am I thinking of? It's the...
Tofu!
No, not tofu, not tofu. There's like a certain... what is the meat made out of? Like the fake one?
Not turkey.
Not turkey. You're right. I apologize. I am super insensitive.
Confirmed, Serena does not see turkeys as animals. They doesn't even see them as anything that has any signs of life. You can feed that to the vegans. What's a turkey, bro? Like, just a nuisance, really.
I mean, have you looked into a turkey's eyes? There's not a thought going on in there.
That's crazy. I can't believe that Serena's a bigot against turkeys. This is insane information to learn.
Yo, the lore is crazy. Why is it with TMN? There's always some bullshit happening.
It's you! It's you! Like...
It is the common denominator.
Oh my
But almost as crazy as being racist towards people who like food is the combos that we're going for here. The plus frames on lock, not quite respecting them. Gonna be going for a little bit of disengaging here.
Okay. Finds the burst. Zio did not call Hazama with it. I mean, understandably so. The Hazama is on the brink of death. Can't get the pickup off the Blaze 6P. Inti dash low. We got the meter in order to make it unburstable. Adachi's out of here.
Yep, not even gonna need the meter to help extend on that here. You're gonna let the Yang heal as much as possible, send out this Flake, and rein in the Hazama for as long as possible. You do not want to get hit by the axe kick, and I don't think we're going to if we get a confirm off of this. Good stuff to Fish and forcing the plus frames, and that's going to be game 2 going to him.
Gotta admit, taking us on took some guts. But charging in without thinking was a good way to lose. But don't
Oh, go for
I'm
it.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm not
No,
gonna
no,
say anything. Go for it.
I already lost my thought. No, what I was thinking was like, I definitely think Warxt was approaching this in a pretty decent way. The way that he's playing comes off more to me like someone who's a bit flustered when it comes to, you know, playing into the matchup. Not necessarily that they don't have the understanding of how to go about it. A good example was the situation where he got the clash on the Blake 6P and wasn't able to confirm into the kill just because maybe he wasn't quite sure what to do aside from finishing the combo. You know, decisions like that definitely lean towards a little bit more nervousness than anything else, and I think that's going to be the main differentiating factor.
I feel that. I mean, you do need to have confidence when going up against Fish Liquor, because one thing's for certain, Fish Liquor's always gonna have confidence. Like,
considering bros like drinking soju like 9 out of 10 times throughout the day, I would be a little concerned if he wasn't confident. But you know, being inebriated aside, gonna be going for a nice JA here. Ooh, whiff punishing, playing a little bit of Granblue. Just really good use of the movement on Hazama's part, but the assist calls haven't quite been doing as much as he would hope they would be, I hope. We might have to get the Hazama out. There we go.
yeah, both of them kind of needing the tag. Fish Liquor saying, I got one more in me. Backing off now, but no Yang in sight. They're playing with fire here, I feel.
Damn, that was super risky. Oh, we went for a TRN? In this economy? Yo, I might have to send Warxt to the scrolls later, but the gameplay so far has been much better for sure. I can definitely see that Warxt is locking in the idea of how these other sets are going and how Fish typically goes about it, and just forcing the control into his favor. What a way.
Yeah, probably interrupted a 5B with that. Anti-air can't get much for it, but they are just sitting pretty on this life lead at the moment. Fish are going to be able to get the side swap conversion. Are we activating Resonance after this, or do we really kill Hazama? Yeah, okay. So we'll let that rock. Level 4. Let that health vision go.
Oh, a little bit too high for the dealer succeed to confirm properly. Gonna go straight for the forward super. There we go. Probably could have gotten a little bit more with that, but it worked out in the end. Marvelous hit, forcing the Adachi to tech outwards. Just really pressuring this Adachi until we finally get the nice hit in the air off the scramble. 1v1 situation once again into potential death.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's gonna be it as Fishlicker takes it 3-0 over Warxt. Yeah, I think my biggest concern with Warxt is kind of stemming off of what you said. It's not even really anything necessarily motivated around like their approach to the team or conversions. We've gone on about that throughout the tournament thus far. I think it definitely comes down to mindset and risk assessment, right? There was actually, I would say 2 out of the 3 games, there were moments towards the latter half of the set where Warxt is definitively in the lead, right? They have like a killed character and it's a 1v2 where they just have a massive life lead, or they're just in like a strategically favorable situation. And because they're so anxious to like chase the W or like get a kill on a character, they end up overextending with like these really unnecessary reversal actions or these supers that just leave them opened up for Fishlicker to take advantage of. So I think having some more calm sense of like analyzing the situation and really digging into what Adachi is built for, which is like stalling out the game, right? Because when you're in those super advantageous situations, that is where you should be like playing super lame, AZOing, or if not just doing nothing at all. How many like high level Adachis have you seen just like spam IAD back, stalling until they get like assist meter and then like kind of influencing the game when it's right for them? I think, listen, I didn't say any names, but like they just need a little bit of that in their gameplay, and I think it'll go far. Because honestly, I think they played the set well. It was just like literally the last 40 seconds of a match of being too antsy of trying to close it out is what kind of got them in trouble.
No, yeah, I couldn't have put it better myself. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but it really does just come down to the familiarity of making that matchup decision. Like, I think this is a pattern that you're going to notice throughout any sort of beginner bracket. I'm sure you've noticed it too, where a lot of players have the right idea when it comes to decision making. Like, do you remember in the game 2 of the set between Tron and I believe it... Let me actually quickly check. But there was a set between Tron and... It was Warxt, where Tron was doing Wake Up DP after Resonance in every situation, and Tron made the adaptation to DP the DP, which, not the best decision, but the idea was there. And right. I definitely think that a lot of players do something like that for the most part, and I want to see more of that for sure.
Indeed. We're here with a Ragna mirror in the winners finals between LilSoonerFan and Labrys. LilSoonerFan having a great opening thus far. That was some interactions, if I say so myself. That was the Serene Smile coded maneuver.
Oh, speaking of Serene Smile, just mashing DP and hit stun type beat. Gonna be a nice punish on the JC whip here. Lavi making it look like this isn't even a 2v1 situation. Gonna be, okay. I like the double jump there, trying to avoid the second anti-air. Just playing a pretty airborne for a Ragna.
Okay, Hell's Fang gonna be able to get the pickup. Carnage. I don't think that's enough.
No.
Yeah,
there needed to be a little more extension there. But
yeah, even if like they activated cross combo, it could have been enough,
Yeah, no, just to get the little extra damage there, because that was definitely not too much more than a pixel, and I want to see like 500-600 damage maybe. 6 and the number after potentially. I'm not saying it. So that definitely goes back to the decision-making thing that we were talking about earlier, and Sooner had to make a decision in a split second, and that was what he chose to do, which wasn't a bad decision. Finishing the combo is still good, but you could definitely tell that there's room for improvement, and I feel like that is kind of the name of the game when it comes to a lot of the sets we're watching here. And Lobby is already off to a good start of using that, just pressing the 5-8 faster than Sooner could. But that's another Sooner joke by accident, I apologize.
Don't, Is that better or worse than making a 6-7 joke? Like...
Okay, look, there's a very specific person in chat right now that I don't want to give the satisfaction of making a 6-7 joke, okay? And I have to be petty as fuck about it. almost as petty as spending assist in a situation like that, because I think we've up-backed in every situation after, and having the assist on lock would definitely make it a lot easier to deal with that. But, you know, let bygones be bygones.
Alright. Gonna be able to... Oh, not quite. Couldn't get the full combo. But, okay, yeah. It was eventually gonna happen. 6er rather than 7er. LilSoonerFan is able to take down that Ragna. So I say it's a Rachel. Strong resonance character, so at least be careful here.
I'm in physical pain. Oh my god, bro.
Yo, no, who's doing it like me? Who's doing it like me? Who's combining the Sooner jokes with 6-7 in the big 2026?
You know what? You will get props for being an innovator. I will give you that.
You're also fixing to get fired if that happens.
Yeah. All things considered, Sooner's kind of kicking right now, no? They're up 2-0. I'm wondering if Lavi's going to commit to this Ragna Rachel comp. It seems like they've been playing for the entirety of the tournament, or if they'll switch it up, you know?
Well, that's a good question, actually. I don't know if she's, like, committing to this team in particular, or if she just wanted to play it from the matchup, but it's definitely not working out the way that she was hoping for, I don't think. I think Ruby Rachel would probably be a decent swap here, just because Ruby is able to, you know, maybe put a bit more of a curb stomp on the air approach that Sooner has been taking for a little while now. You definitely notice that Sooner is doing a lot of like push block air dash, or just air dash in general after a slight delay, or like waiting plus 6B. Just abusing incredibly safe play in order to get in and do very basic mix-up. Nothing crazy, but if you don't have an answer for it, then it does feel a little frustrating to navigate, especially if you're not used to, you know, counter calling or anything like that. But I definitely think this team would be better at that, even if it's not about counter calling, but more so preemptive, with like setting Rachel 6B and having a bunch of low bellies on the screen to have the threat of calling the 4P, which is the fastest assist in the game, by the way, and just preventing anything happening.
We shall see both characters go, or both players, excuse me, go on the passive end of things, jump it back and call in their assist. LilSoonerFan having some real prominent control of the ground game with Ruby 6P that Lavi has access to, but they're opting for Ruby Point.
Yeah, probably just want the control of Rachel 6B here. Set as many low bellies as possible. She didn't even hold down the assist button throughout that entire CZ.
Oi.
Oh yeah. I assume she tried to push block late just to get the character off of her, but it did not work in her favor, unfortunately.
Yeah, I noticed that LilSoonerFan always cashes out. Which like it has its pros and its cons. You're doing a lot of damage, but like I also noticed this part where it's like they don't have super threatening Oki. They end up going like super passive, and then their opponent's able to fight back, right? It looks like it may work out this time around, but you know, holding some of those resources and running some more prominent Oki can keep you on the offensive for longer, you know?
Definitely, yeah. And you're avoiding situations like this where you're letting Lavi get back into the driver's seat. And you definitely are able to see exactly why that's a bad thing, because Rachel controlling the pace of the match in any capacity, not a good thing! And even if we were able to tech out here, just because of the DP situation, it
Super. Okay. Phew.
Oh, and that destroyed the second George too, so that worked out in Sooner's favor. Gonna be able to get a nice safe jump here on the JA. Catching on to Ragna?
Okay. Oh, they bait it out. Finds the punish. This should be all LilSoonerFan. They take it 3-0. Gonna be headed into the Grand Finals winner side.
Yeah, definitely. How do I put this? It's funny because I've been glazing Lavi all day, and I did mention the mental thing, and I definitely think that was playing a lot into that set in particular. Because, you know, I mentioned how Sooner's game plan wasn't anything too crazy, just approach with assist, play very simple, not any crazy Oki or anything, just capitalizing off of mistakes for the most part. And you could definitely see that it was getting to Lavi to an extent. Like, especially with that wake up super at the end there, she did not want to be in that situation anymore. And when she lost the momentum off of the DP knockdown with Rachel, you could definitely tell that she was scrambling to get it as soon as possible. She can correct me if I'm wrong, of course. I don't want to, assume anything about it, but from what it read to me, it came off as, she needed to get some sort of momentum going, and Sooner was very good at denying that.
Yeah, I mean, the walk block and Ruby 6P game is not the easiest thing to curtail with Rachel providing support, right? Because although her assists are good, you could tell that Lavi was trying to get the Rachel 6Ps out or the Lobelias out so that you capitalize on like good 4P calls, but it just never kind of came to fruition. So adjusting around that may be what we see her implement if we're able to see the Grand Finals run back. But we have plenty of losers contestants on the way. Well, not really. We have 3. 2 of them are playing right now. It'll be Shyoshiguy and Fishlicker for loser semis.
Yeah, going into the match here. Already off to a pretty good start on Fishlicker's part. Just, is what I would have said if we didn't get happy birthday 2 seconds later. I somehow feel like this is my fault, and I apologize.
Sometimes it really do be like that.
Oh, cashing out though.
Yeah, I mean, it's happy birthday. I feel it.
I kind of disagree. Just because Fish did not have 2 bars to work with yet, now he has another defensive option to work with. And, like, when you're knocking someone down, you obviously want to get rid of those as much as possible. But, it worked out in his favor, either way. Gonna be getting a knockdown.
Yeah, probably the patented safe jump Oki mix-up. Is it really a safe jump, though? Okay, I mean, Fishlicker respected, so...
Oh, we tried to mashify. We have head property.
They didn't even need to spin. The Marvelous give the bar back. That was actually optimal.
Well, speaking of optimal, reset into mash 2P anti-air. We love to see it. I'm gonna be taking the first game rather convincingly, I might add. That was pretty good.
All right, that's it. I'm checking your start GG history. Where did you come from?
Damn, okay.
They're pretty solid. I'm wondering if this is their first TMN event or what's going on here. BB tag. Oh, they played in their first TMN 2 weeks ago and got 5th. They lost to Intimidating and Pillow Talk, which makes sense. Those are some gamers.
A Sonic Riders player too. Interesting. Coming from a racing game to a fighting game. Definitely a bit of a genre swap there. I wonder if there's any skills that you could translate from a racing game to a fighting game. Especially something like Sonic Riders.
I wouldn't know. I am ass at racing games. Aside from Mario Kart, but that's not really a racing game. It's like a party game.
Alright. I mean, you can still play Mario Kart competitively. There's a whole circuit out there.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't not make it. Yep. I'm sorry. I don't want to just my biases out here. It's fine. It's fine. You are so right, Umfi. Go off.
Damn, I was gonna hit you with the reverse card there, but you avoided it. Congrats. No bigoted card today, but no, yeah, good routing on Fish's part is what I would have said until we dropped the fucking combo. I need to stop talking.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep, gonna go. Oh wow, what a fucking 5B. Just the confidence is tantamount when it comes to Fish's play here, and you could definitely see that there's a lot of good landing with the J-A to punish the 2B and slowly work our way back into a bit of a more comfortable position for Yoshi. Not quite able to punish the burst though.
Ooh. Yep, stutter stepping a little bit, just observing and then going for the approach. Shyoshiguy trying to bring this back, gets caught by a stray Blake 5B. That should be curtains. Doesn't even need to spin the bar, just cross gauge for that cross raid. Vatista level 3 resonance and the tuck. Ooh, push block 2C would have done wonders there. Oh well.
Yeah, probably autopiloted to the 260 there. Just wanted something a little bit faster. Gonna be sending out the balls here. Just spending a lot of time playing a bit more patient. Wow, I cannot believe that 5B hit. Oh my god!
We got to buff Vatista. The Gapper? I think they're gonna do it. And they still need one more hit. That's what's so good. We gotta buff Vatista.
Oh, especially if you don't call out super there, for sure. Gonna be
It was.
going
I
in.
actually like charge JC there as an ender if they did the safe jump. They didn't do the safe jump, so yeah. We got him off Vatista, bro. Okay.
It didn't matter. Fish is not blocking.
I mean, that was low risky because Fish very well could have done burning gold there. You know that is a very Fish maneuver. So...
Yeah. No, I mean, valid, for sure valid. But, you know, if you haven't seen it before, then you're not going to be worried about it in the set, right? That's probably the right mentality to have when it comes to that. I've seen too many players mental game themselves into making a worse decision because they think someone's going to adapt with them. So I'm happy that that isn't the case here.
Yeah. Yoshi listen. Forget, man, I'm glazing. Solo Vatista come back. They played it exceptionally, especially, you know, going for a lot of TK and full jump orbs, you know, kind of knowing that Fish is going to want to find their way in, and creating that minefield with the orbs is definitely something that you want to do as Vatista. They didn't get too hasty. They didn't overextend. They played things at their pacing, and it worked out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, oh my god, wait! That was almost a really cool confirm, but Fish pressed the one too many buttons there. Gonna be using the 6B to his advantage here. The low blocks into 5BB allowing for the confirm to be a lot more simple. We're gonna be going into a safe jump here. Really good push block timing.
Yes. In fact, I'm glad we saw that because that is Shyoshiguy. We've been talking about how the layer 1 of that safe jump pokey has been like doing a number, and I've been like giving tips on how they can make it scarier, but I guess we haven't been giving tips on how to defend against it. And like push blocking the Vatista 5P is not a bad idea. It costs bar, but situationally you can nullify a lot of the or not nullify, but at least like make it easier for yourself a lot of the situation at hand by getting out of blocks sooner than expected, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It forces the point character to be a lot more honest when it comes to their actions after the fact. And it makes the mix-up situation a bit more RPS in the defender's favor. There's a lot that goes into it for sure, and it depends on the assist as well. But in terms of Vatista 5P, you have the right idea for sure. Good burst on Yoshi's part. Even if he got punished, that was a safe care. Oh my god, the unblockable!
Ooh. Okay, keeping things safe. No 5CDP? I can't believe it.
Nah, we glaze patient kings in this household. No punish on the burst though.
Bursting right back, but Ruby is low. You gotta so this is a thing that we saw previously against Fish Liquor, mind you. It's just like, you know, in these clutch, I have the lively situations, you can't lose sight of what your macro game is. And we're back on the solo Vatista, commit to reversal off in the distance. She won't die for this, but it is bleak. Okay.
It's break even.
True.
Auto combo? No, okay. Yeah, too much. Unfortunately, dropping that here. Tried to anti-air with the DP, and that's gonna give Fish a ticket into playing another game here and fighting for their life to not get knocked out of this bracket.
Yeah, less of a game analysis and more of like a tournament player mindset analysis situation at hand here, because I think if you're Shyoshiguy, if you just like maintain a clear mindset and keep doing what you're doing and not get flustered or be too desperate to win, I think Shyoshiguy takes this. Like, they're such a stable and solid player. I've been impressed with what they've been doing throughout the bracket thus far. Just some slight miscalculations is what led to Fish Liquor's comeback, right? There was no reason to burst and bring Ruby in when you have a full health Vatista. But yeah, hopefully they don't get flustered, right? For being like right at the end there when they've been playing so solidly throughout this bracket thus far. Because I feel like that's opening a door that Fish Liquor will definitely unapologetically take advantage of.
Yeah. I couldn't have put it better myself, for sure. But I don't know, this is definitely still not a bad situation for Yoshi to be in. Like, yeah, you lost the last game, but it wasn't so domineering to where you don't really have to change much, I don't think. Just going a bit more solid into this time, recognizing where Fish Liquor is push blocking a lot, definitely would make a difference. Because, you know, the Blake special of push block 5e is been represented a lot in the set in particular, and I feel like Yoshi hasn't been able to call it out as much as he would like to.
We gotta nerf Vatista. She can't be counter hit. Uh-oh. The command grab landed. We gotta nerf. Yeah, we gotta nerf Yang. Just delete her from the game.
Nothing will change.
True. Well, Yang Carmine doesn't exist anymore, but I guess Mika Carmine exists, so yeah, nothing changes.
One character replaced for another. You know how it is. Honestly, it would be cool, because we don't see Mika enough as is. But almost as cool as being able to finish this combo into, ideally, a dead character. Blake gonna be block stunned into death here. Good use of the grab to kill the character. There we go!
They did the thing! Teleport plus. Yo! Shyoshiguy, if you can hear me, do that like 20 more times. You'll probably win the tournament. That's the really cheap aspect of this team. Like, teleporting and having access to Batista's assist is kind of crazy.
I am honestly so shocked that Yoshi didn't press that 5-3 the moment that he saw the firecracker, but worked out. Gonna be able to extend past this resonance and ideally get the kill from here. Yeah, there we go. Tried to get a little bit frisky with it, and Fish knocked out of the tournament at, I believe, 4th?
Yep, that's accurate.
Yeah,
boy.
I gotta go back to that.
They got me commentating 3 rubies in top 3. That's, man.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even read.
Ruby Rose is alive and well.
She is the most popular character in the game.
Yeah, I can't dispute this.
But no, yeah, really good play from Yoshi here. We were gassing up Fish a lot throughout the last few sets that we played, just because he is such a force to be reckoned with. But Yoshi taking all of that knowledge and shit that you told him earlier in the tournament and applying it to his gameplay to make it even stronger, it gives me the idea that even against Lavi, this could potentially go pretty evenly.
They're solid, dude. Like, yeah, I'm really interested to see how this set goes. I'm definitely interested to see what Lavi chooses. It looks like she will be starting out with the Ragna Rachel. But yeah, Shyoshi has the solid fundamental game plan. Again, it's not the most damaging team in the world, but consistency is key. They've been implementing that safe jump time and time again with varying degrees of results. Now, Lavi, I believe, is probably... Well, I don't know. I haven't seen Lavi play in a while, but I feel like in terms of the concept of like safe jump and safe jump counterplay, she'll be a little bit more well-equipped to defend against that, which may push Shyoshiguy to have to dig more into the layer 2s I was talking about earlier. But I'm actually really excited to watch this set and see how it plays out.
Yeah, agreed. As tournaments go on, obviously the players that perform the best, get further on. It's very basic stuff, but seeing exactly who those players are is always super intriguing, especially in an environment like TMN. And I think we're already seeing a good start of that here. A great use of that 5P to extend the neutral reach here and force the Ragna into the corner.
I think what's also like, somebody just tell me if I'm capping. Again, I'm a tourist here. I haven't really been keeping up with TMN too much, but like, I feel like not a lot of TMNers use Vatista, even though she's like, I think would be a very strong and effective character in a beginner intermediate tournament.
Yeah, I would imagine that a lot of people find this character really boring, and that would be the main rationale, behind not picking him.
She's like good though. Like we're seeing like the full implementation of it here. The support potential she provides, the consistency. Like Shyoshiguy really been living proof about.
Oh, a little too early on the assist here, and that's gonna lead to the character dying, actually. Wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, it's a burst opportunity.
That's one way of avoiding it, for sure. Oh wait, we're swapping into the Rachel? Okay, not for long, thankfully. Wait, that was an insane Vat 5P, actually. Using that to kill the George?
Oh, yo, the 5P call in between the block strings in order to keep things push block safe. Yes! I'ma just like scream every time they do teleport plus assist so they know how good it is.
They're finally using what makes their character broken. Oh man. Lavi is just losing a lot of these opportunities to retain the momentum in a lot of the positions of advantage here, and not being able to punish the burst on both separate sides led to the loss here. I genuinely think that Lavi would have just won the game right then and there otherwise.
Yeah, we shall see. So yeah, we're back into this point where even sooner in the set, I wonder if Lavi is considering character swapping. There's definitely some I don't know. I feel like Lavi is like trying to set up certain things. Like again, it comes back to like the Rachel 6P thing of like trying to get the Lobelios on board and have the full threat of 4P available, but not having other opportunities to set up Lobelios otherwise. Like I don't know if it has to come down to like a Rachel point type of thing or playing more zoning with the Rachel than calling Ragna. I'm not sure, but there's something in that flow of game that they haven't quite solved yet that is carrying over from the winners final set that we saw.
Is there a connection issue, maybe? Because she left the lobby. I don't know if
PC tag moment, it happens, type shit.
yeah, PC tag, my beloved.
I hate this port.
Yeah, PSN for the win.
Yeah.
Despite it being unfortunately just as buggy, but it is what it is. But something I'm a little bit more excited to see. We got Weiss on the screen.
I mean, I think what you meant to say is something I'm a little bit more excited to see is that we got Hilda on the screen, right? Like, surely that's what you meant. Or like Weiss Hilda. Like, I don't know why you just like acknowledge one character and wouldn't acknowledge the other. It's a 2v2 game, Serena. Like, it's not just a Weiss pick, it's a Weiss Hilda pick. We're hyped, right?
You can't see it, but I'm speed gifting right now.
That's crazy. Which speed gift though? That's what's important. You can, like, there's millions of speed gifts out there. Like,
yes.
all right. So you're sure
Just in time for the ball.
But no, yeah. I do like the rationale behind swapping characters here. If you can't control the movement, then why not pick something that holds the whole screen anyway? Like, you have corner carry off every hit. You have something to rein in all of the movement, and especially since a lot of the problem that's been caused was the Vatista calls. So not having the assist on the screen is going to make a lot of the difference.
Yeah, I think even just having the presence of Weiss's normals is giving Shyoshiguy a lot of problems, right? You just have these big commanding 5A, JAs that are suddenly going to provide a bit more nuance to the mid-screen game that Shyoshiguy hasn't had to contend with yet. Who? The tech catch.
And yeah, tried to, oh wait, I've never seen someone do that actually, that was cool. Tried to tech out, didn't quite work in his favor. Gonna be getting a nice call out on the 5A here, just trying to get this Hilda out as soon as possible. Shit, it worked out.
Okay, yeah, Hilda's still low, so Lavi probably looking for some type of swap. Ooh, I kinda wanna see, you got the Hilda, if you're seeing raw assist calls like that, especially with a cross combo, you gotta give me something. A 5B, a JB, we can't let those assist calls go unpunished.
Definitely. Yeah, you gotta be more, oh my god, Ruby Burst. Intriguing. I've seen enough. Nerf game.
True.
Oh man, these Ruby buttons are giving Hilda kind of a hard time here. Just
yeah, no, that's a big thing I need Lavi to do. Because Shyoshiguy is so assist-centric, like, the Hilda counter pick actually makes a lot of sense, but I don't think she's extracting the full value out of it. Like, you should threaten JB and 5B a lot more on every neutral assist call that Shyoshiguy is doing.
yeah, no, Lavi is definitely not taking advantage of what makes Hilda's neutral so irritating. Not a lot of JCs plus assists, not a lot of 5B in general. Like, it's giving Yoshi a lot of leeway to move the way that he feels comfortable. And it's causing a lot of problems.
Yeah, it feels like the Hilda is being chosen from the ideology as like Weiss support, which she can do, right? So it's not even a matter of like It's really like, yeah, you hit the nail on the head, and I did too. I won't like expound it further, but I think it's just extracting more value out of the team for how well it actually can counterpick Shyoshiguy's playstyle.
Definitely, yeah, and it's I think the idea is right. You mentioned it earlier, and that's kind of all that really needs to be there. But then again, the comfortability of playing a team that you might not be as familiar with could also play a factor. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lavi swapped to, yeah, Ruby Rachel, just to give herself as much leeway when it comes to decision making, because maybe the thought process behind Weiss Hilda is a little bit different than Ruby Rachel, and that could be the difference between winning or losing the next game.
It's true. I've been there. I play multiple teams. I definitely have varying degrees of skill in my teams and have been in situations where I'm like, I know that this team can probably execute better on paper, but just in practice, maybe how I'm feeling or my experience level with the other team, I'm going to go with something that's more comfortable to give myself the highest probability of winning the set, because I just don't feel like I can execute that team in the way I need to for the counter pick. So it is, it's rational, but we'll see if Lavi's going to be able to pull this out, because Shyoshiguy is really on the tear right now. You know, they're up 2-0, one game away before moving on to the grand finals, and we'll be able to see the set that I did not really want to see just in a grand finals context between Shyoshiguy and LilSooner. But I fully believe that Lavi can bring this back.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I like what she's doing right now, actually. A lot of people tend to just rush into the matches because they want to keep the adrenaline going, but she's taking a moment to have a bit of a breather here, and I think that definitely helps in terms of resetting your mental. Just giving yourself an opportunity to think about what happened in that set, maybe take a swig of water, and that could make the difference, unironically. Like, I've ranted so many times on so many different streams about how the mental is such a vital part of any kind of play, and this is probably one of the best ways that people don't abuse enough. Just being able to sit down for a second and think, fuck, what do I gotta do? I have one more chance, I gotta make this work. And ideally that's exactly what Lavi's doing.
I mean, it's big stakes. Lavi is graduate eligible, so wanting to win this bracket to be able to rep that graduate flag. So the stakes are kind of on the line at the moment. I hope everything is okay and that it is truly just that and not something greater being played out here.
Yeah, no, agreed. I didn't see anything in the chat, I don't think. So it's most likely just consulting the other side, seeing what other people think. Getting that mid-set coaching.
Well, shout outs to all 28 of you watching twitch.tv/trainingmode.net at the moment. This is Training Mode Network. How often do these happen again? For BB Tag? Is it monthly?
Once every week, or every other week, excuse me.
Bi-weekly, yeah. And specifically on the PC platform, if you own PC Tag, the Steam version of BB Tag, and you want to pull up, play in the beginner intermediate format that's going on here, be sure to join the server and support the good people here. They've been running this tournament series for a long time. I think it really deserves more support. And it's really cool to see, like, more than half this bracket I was not familiar with before today. So I really love to see players still picking up this 8-year-old game in the big 2026 and wanting to learn it. And this is a really good environment to have a tournament series dedicated towards doing so. So shout outs to y'all, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's genuinely awesome. BB Tag is not a game that a lot of people, see in a positive light when it came to the initial perspective. So the scene thriving as well as it does today, and just having the opportunity to pick it up and learn with a bunch of other people is something that I think a lot of people take for granted. Not even just for BB Tag in particular, but just for any game that you might like. Persona, Essential Fiction, fucking Uni. And actually, Uni's more of a modern game, I shouldn't say that. But you get the idea. There's a lot of games that have that kind of mentality behind it. And shout out to the TMN for giving all of them a home.
Appreciate that.
Not you though, fuck you.
Fair. Understandable.
But no, yeah, shout out to Zircon. Zircon's been doing all the TO work for a while. She deserves all of the credit for real.
Been doing this shit for 2 years.
Damn.
Also that net guy back there, you know, the one that does
he's
most of the things. Yeah, he's okay. You know, I think he needs a little bit more plasma in his bones, but
That's crazy.
You need less. How about the money?
nobody's gonna get that joke. Oh god. Oh, so I just received a bit of context when it came for Lavi in particular. Apparently the heat wave in the UK is pretty bad right now, so she's just taking a moment to, you know, cool down. Oh, but I guess we're good to go. We're just gonna play the set from now. I'm glad to hear she's okay.
I didn't even know she was Europe. Word.
Yeah, we have a lot of Europeans in the bracket. I believe Chickenfish was also one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't wanna I don't wanna like Briticize anyone.
It was someone that I was looking at there. I think Shyoshiguy is Netherlands.
Is he?
Yeah, so I was looking at StarGG history and it said Netherlands on the StarGG, but I disregarded it. But then like somebody in chat said that they were, I think Jolton said that they were Europe, so.
That makes sense then, yeah. I think this is probably one of the first native European matches that we've seen in a minute then.
Oh yeah, huh, true.
But no, yeah, going into this match here, Labrys already looking a little bit more comfortable, just going straight into the Ruby mix-up here. Not quite able to get the full knockdown, but setting up a lot of Lobelias and making herself comfortable.
Nice anti-air DP. That was perfect execution of the situation for the happy birthday. There's that 4P call that I think Lavi has really been looking for the situation for this entire time. Was able to set it up properly. Ooh.
Oh, that was probably supposed to be a CC.
That's why you gotta have a cross combo macro. You never want to be in a situation like that. That's just me though.
Alright, Monkey. Of the 40-12 variety. But no, yeah, good use of the 6P. A lot of red health on Lavi's part right now, but Rachel's slowly recovering it, gonna be giving her an opportunity to fight another day and make this a little easier on both sides. But double overhead doing a lot of good work right now.
Oh, push block, but we keep the pressure going. Finds the throw tech. Both rubies are low at this point. Gotta be able to find the burst. Lavi needs to get out there. Push block into tag. Both players are stabilized. A lot of resources spent in the process. We're gonna be nearing rampage time as well.
Yeah, no, actually, it is pretty soon. We're past the 80-second mark here. Gonna be going into this confirm on the Lobelia's really good movement on Lavi's part to avoid the assist and put herself in a position to potentially kill the Vatista next hit.
Got the push block. Yeah, gonna be stalling away. Cross combo activated. Smash doubles.
Gonna be almost getting a nice confirm, but unfortunately a little bit late on the button here.
Dog, I thought that was gonna whiff. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was pretty far, especially after that one game where it just like fucking died out of nowhere. Love Vatista, honestly.
So true. Oh, they're gonna try to spin with rampage time? And how long this goes? No, you won't build the meter. I do like the attempt though. It was worth trying.
The rationale was there, for sure. The bust out super working in Lavi's favor this time. Oh shit. That's such a sour way to lose. Oh man.
So, okay. I think that Lavi was actually trying to push block the incoming hit. And it was a very odd incoming. I think with Rachel's positioning and Ruby's odd burst animation, she just ended up whiffing, and Lavi was just like, you know, already autopiloted to the idea of push blocking and accidentally got a DP. That sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah, definitely. Super unfortunate. She put in a lot of good work this tournament, and no shame in going out in third, for sure. She played well, and she'll be able to fight another day for graduation. Shoutouts to fucking Yoshi though. Goddamn.
Indeed, having a hell of a run. Has exceeded their previous place in the team in a couple weeks ago by miles ahead. Was 5th previously and is now guaranteed top 2, as they'll be able to get their run back against LilSoonerFan. And we'll be able to get a glimpse on what happened in this set, right? This is the only this is the player that sent Shyoshiguy to losers, and it was 3-0. So it seems like it was pretty convincing. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this set plays out. LilSoonerFan has had a solid run. I do think there are some aspects of their gameplay that could use some tightening up, but in terms of like keeping things in control and you know, executing their winning strategy, obviously it's been working because they're in Winter Side Grand Finals. But yeah, Shyoshi is just so solid. So here we go.
Yeah, I could give that entire thought process to both sides here. Like, as much as I hate to admit it, a lot of the people that pick up Ruby and like are in the beginner categories right now, they're pretty fundamentally solid, I would say. Like, I can't think of a single Ruby player that isn't that way. And we're definitely seeing that right here, you know, Ruby Mirror for our grand finals, just like it's 2018.
Yes! Yes! Sorry, they did teleport plus assist. I like I said, the more they do it, I'm just going to scream every time, so I can really enforce how good of an idea it is.
Speaking of good ideas, just being able to avoid that entire situation here. Ooh, Sooner trying to avoid the DP, but baiting a little too hard and letting Yoshi run up and grab, just completely negating all of the momentum. Not quite burst punishing though.
Ooh, yep, keep it burst safe. Probably won't. Oh, we will. Okay, interesting.
Interesting, yeah. I wasn't quite expecting that.
Yeah, you do have access. It does make sense on the tail end of things, especially what we saw is because, like, you're trading a Ruby assist Oki situation for a Vatista Oki assist situation. Even though you don't have cross gauge, that is probably stronger, so.
Probably, yeah. You know, I'm always a little scared of the character potentially getting fucking hit for 12k, but in this case it worked out. Ruby gonna be able to clean up the hit on the Ragna and putting us down to a 2v1 situation.
Ooh, okay. 2C able to reach, stabilizing as much as possible here. The Ruby should be going down, and they're about even on life totals. Resonance already activated for LilSooner. Shyoshi has a level 4 in the tug push block 5C, and it worked.
I have to imagine that was supposed to be a 236C, but he didn't have meter for it, so he just pressed 5C anyway.
Probably.
But regardless of why the rationale happened, it worked out in his favor and put Sooner in a bit of a predicament here. Once again, trying to bait out the DP here, just not quite working in his favor. Ooh, almost counter hit, but we're playing against Vatista. And this was before Toonie came out, so, you know, there's no balancing thoughts here.
Doing the thing. Hi, ooh. Yeah, man, this is gonna be a good set. Like in the closing seconds, LilSoonerFan, like you can see that like the last 5 actions they chose was IAD, but Shyoshiguy was catching onto it, but never attempted DP. They attempted a variety of other actions to try to stop it. They tried EX laser once, but they were a little bit too late. That last sequence, they went for JA air to air, and it worked. So I'm wondering if the more that LilSooner shows that, the more ready Shyoshiguy will be with reversal actions. We'll see. It's going to require adaptation from one side, and I don't know which side it's going to be.
That's a really funny way of putting it, because it can very easily happen on either side. Like, we already pointed out a couple things that Sooner could do much better immediately, and man, that was super unfortunate. Yoshi had the right idea, but just inputted 260 a little bit too late, and lost the advantage for it. Going into the DBT here, not getting as much Oki as we'd like, but, you know, pulling a Master Chief and just being correct on offense, you know? You know, who cares about having Oki if you could just read the opponent's mind?
It would be like that. Ooh, yeah, a little bit too committed to the 5D after the fact. Can't get the reversal action punish. Level 1 resonance just being used for practically nothing here for Shyoshiguy, and this comeback is not the easiest in the world to make at this point.
Oh, I mean, it's not horrible. We have our health on the board, so even if we do get hit, it's not the immediate end of the world. I love the patience on Yoshi's part, never quite committing to any kind of reversal, especially since Sooner is very consistently baiting it after a jump in IAD. Or maybe he's just looking for the like late push block or something, either or. Oh no, that sucks. Tried to fireball to prevent the Ragna from going in, but the 6P nullifying it and making it just a little bit harder to work with.
Okay, didn't get the full combo, but...
Oh man, again, like, we have seen that situation so many times now. Like, I don't know if Sooner is just playing a little too patient into it, but so many times, like, he has gotten a throw tech in that particular part. I expect to see, like, a throw bait or something soon.
Stabilization here for Shyoshiguy. I almost said break. Burst at the burst safe junction of the combo. Nearing Rampage time. It's kind of uncomfortable that this match has gone on for as long as it has. It seems like it's actually doable for Shyoshiguy. They're gonna go for a hard call on everything. They're all right.
I mean, we take those. You know, we're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. Yoshi getting the advantage that he would need. Not quite able to get the hit that he wanted. Tried to bait a reversal or something. Does not have the health to play around it right now. But this is looking almost better until we got counter hit on Wake Up. Yoshi losing the next game and it being 1-1.
You TMNers gotta develop some nerves of steel. quite a few big life league situations and playing, maybe taking some big gambles in the last closing seconds. But LilSooner fan, excuse me, able to still come out on top, tied up 1-1. It was a very dominant kill that they were able to get on Ruby early, but them not being able to close out as convincingly as I thought they would on the solo Vatista is something I have my eye on here. PC Tag doing PC Tag things. Hopefully we're all good.
It's probably fine. You know, the game, you know, I don't have a quip for this one, you know? I fucked up. I apologize. But, no, yeah, I mean, just from the aspect of looking at the match the way that we are, like, it is honestly really cool to see the parallel between the players that we're watching right now and the players that we've had in the community prior. Like, for example, I see Sooner as, like, a very slightly different version of Cheap, with just the way that he plays, right? Like, Cheap is not someone that's super worried about doing crazy Oki or anything. He's so good at playing the mental game that he doesn't really care. Now, obviously not every decision is made in a similar way, so there is uniqueness to that. But you could definitely see the parallels between this being a match of, you know, Chop versus Cheap when they're both, you know, 5 or 6 years younger.
I was definitely paying attention, not memeing a chat, my fault.
TLDR, Sooner is like Cheap, and Yoshi is kind of like Chop if they were both a bit younger and like just starting out the game.
I can see that. The Ruby Vat, Ragna Ruby parallels.
Not even just in terms of the teams, but like the idea of the way that they play. Like Yoshi is not an OG person. He is not doing anything crazy. Bro is doing fucking Hell's Fang and ending on DDD. Unfortunate burst timing, but he did have the right idea. And he's just winning off of the idea of, you know, I'm just gonna play better than you and make better decisions and you're gonna die.
Ooh, yep, debate in question. Patience being rewarded. Able to make it burst safe as well. 5 bars on deck. The world is yours, player.
Just gonna be
Probably 2
relatively
supers
simple.
needed. Yeah.
Yeah, Ragna perfect potentially on the board here. But we've seen the Vatista come back from Yoshi before. Wait, what a fucking micro dash, by the way. Did you see that?
Cooking.
Good routing on Sooner's part, by the way, too. Recognizing that confirming into the JC was probably the easiest way to get the kill here, and that is gonna put him on a very convincing tournament point.
Yeah, seemingly out of nowhere. It looked rough in the beginning, but it seems like LilSoonerFan is able to grasp the ideology that was able to allow for them to 3-0 Shyoshiguy in the initial set. But I feel like Shyoshiguy still has some gas left in the tank. Once they're able to find their flow of game and have those Vatista assists come out popping and get their patented safe jump cycle of game rolling, that it's really just like a matter of getting that situation going for them to bring this back. But we'll see if LilSoonerFan will even give them the chance.
Definitely. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work to get through here. Even if we get the bracket reset, we still have another 3 potential games to be played. But it's gonna take a bit of mental fortitude to really move past this here. Because if I've learned anything from fighting someone like Sheep, is that he makes it feel hopeless. And I could definitely see that kind of mentality being applied to Yoshi here if he isn't quite able to wrap it out here.
Ooh, I'm actually a bit concerned about the usage of rifle shot from Shyoshiguy. Like, it is a solid projectile, but I hope it doesn't become telegraph because it is also quite committal projectile.
Definitely. Almost as committal as losing the burst situation here. Oh!
Bro.
We got the mix-ups! Tried to set up a bit, but wait, the bit doing something?
Alright, I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, forced to burst out here, you know, on the character that has 4K, you know, pretty scary. Oh my god. I hate this normal. Ragna just gonna be running in here with the 6P, being able to catch it out, not quite reconfirming here, but Ruby burst, not able to catch Ragna. But thankfully we didn't get the corner for that. Ooh, shit, that could have been super bad. Tried to up back 4P. Just, oh my god, finally letting it rip there. Just, the conditioning on Yoshi's part did a lot of work. And it looks like we're... Okay, no, we're back. Thankfully, we're forced to block the 6P here, so we did not lose the character. But catching the landing with a throw is certainly a way to punish it. I love the use of the double jump there in order to keep the assist a little bit more healthy. Oh man, but a huge drop on the combo here, and getting hit with the overhead makes it a lot. Oh, what the fuck is this combo? I've never seen a Ruby do that. That was unironically really cool. But soon we're going to be able to claim the Vatista's life. Got the plasma in their bones, and we're gonna be relying on the solo Ruby to make this comeback here.
Anything that can happen. It's not fully bleak. Level 4 resistance activation. A hit on this Ragna can go a long way. Sooner didn't get the side swap combo. I can see what they were going for.
Potential Astro on board too.
Oh, not close enough for the 5BB. Oh, close enough that time, but couldn't get the... They probably need a super jump in order to confirm there.
Yeah, no, it was super awkward. Oh, the lag. It's lagging hard right now. But we're playing defense. We didn't have to worry about the Astro, but this is a single hit kill on either side. Just gotta play it super safe.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, we're playing dive kick right now. JV only.
One could say that. Oh, push block. Can't re-engage with anything. The thing is, like, Ruby's not the best character, like, dumping meter and neutral either, so it really just comes down to who has the first hit. Shyoshiguy doesn't get the combo!
Had an amazing shark on board and a fantastic push block, an incredible clutch on Yoshi's part. Gonna be keeping them in this bracket and putting it into a Game 5 situation. LilSooner gonna have to fight for this win.
Yeah, that was very tense to say the least. Tournament point, reset point, just like that. Let's see.
Honestly, like we've had so many things to say about the players in particular this set, but I'm honestly just here for the ride for this one. I'm super invested. This has been a great set so far.
Yeah, I'm kind of a Shyoshiguy fan, and it's kind of just because like there's Vatista.
Like,
The Vatista's pretty clean. I think more TMNers should play Vatista, but like that's just me though.
Are you gonna give him the scrolls?
What scrolls, bruh? This character's easy as shit. Like, the scrolls in question. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
That's crazy. Almost as crazy as getting a nice punish like that there. Yoshi coming out swinging on the Tron Strike here. Oh wow, okay. Fucking up the safe jump unironically made it easier to get the mix-up here just because the difference in knockdowns. Gonna be going for the simple one here. Dropping it again, but the 4P of the gods slowly but surely chipping away at both sides here.
yo, yeah, it do be a safe jump. As I said 2 games ago, all it takes is one Shyoshiguy sequence to run the layer 1. And then oh, I gotta scream, ah! Teleport for Vatista assist, doing the thing. Damn.
Yoshi's kind of goated at this game. I can't even front. This is really good. Kill? Cross raid? No, not quite. Waste the resonance though.
They're still gonna try to kill here. Yeah, cross combo activated. That should be enough to do it, despite the paration.
Oh,
it's fine.
Doesn't matter. It's okay. We're good. All right, bracket reset, baby. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Another 5 games inboard, people. Let's go.
It's happening. It's happening. I think what's so crazy is that like every time Shyoshiguy has done teleport plus assist, something like extremely Shyoshiguy favorite has happened. Either it hits or they get a mix-up situation that they're able to capitalize on, and they haven't even really explored the depths of it yet. We haven't seen like grounded Ruby buttons canceled in the teleport plus 5P. We haven't seen teleport plus 4P. Like there's like so many different layers of it that haven't even been explored, but just like teasing the idea of it has already had such great value.
Yeah, definitely. It is super cool seeing players take advantage of the value that their team can give. And Yoshi is absolutely doing that. If Yoshi was my comparison to Chop, then they are very clearly picking up the adaptation part of that, because this has been incredible.
Alright, defensive 60 calls. Super jumps on the Ragna, so we can't guarantee a punish. Don't you move. Not the 5C reset. I have the intercontinental connection.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot that's the case. Like, this is EU to NA, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, this might not feel great then, unfortunately. But, you know, we're playing it out. Good confirm on the Vatista here. Oh man, that spike hurt. Good block on the overhead though.
Can't be counter hit. Buff Vatista.
Man, Sooner has gotten hit on Wake Up by lows like a few times now. There have been a few knockdowns where Sooner could have very easily just blocked and, you know, got out of it pretty scot-free. Ooh. 2 hit in the Gauntlet Hades, my beloved.
Oh. No!
We could have gotten a much bigger punish, but a punish nonetheless we have gotten. It's fine. Oh, finally. Sooner's been fishing for that for a minute.
Push block and the resonance.
Nice. Hit the Ragna here. Just slowly chip away from that. Nice block on the overhead. The defense is incredible so far. Gonna go into the super ideally? Not quite.
Yeah, they missed out on so much there. You missed out on damage, maintaining corner positioning, making this a little bit rougher for them, but still not undoable, all things considered.
Oh, until we got grabbed. If we finish this combo properly, then this could potentially be game 1 going to Sooner. Yeah, gonna keep that shit Omega simple, and that's gonna be a dead character.
Yep.
That power. I just gotta know more.
Man, okay.
The weapon transforms too, right?
What up?
And it looks just like Crescent Rose.
I don't know, like, I'm thinking, right? There have been a lot of situations that have repeated throughout these last few games. You know, the IED into block thing that Sooner has tried to abuse as much as possible. A lot of unfortunate routing decisions on Yoshi's part, like the one that we just saw on the Buzzsaw right before the resonance ended. like even if the combo worked, it still wouldn't have been as much damage, and the unstabilized hit led to a lot of weird positions after the fact. And it doesn't seem like a crazy thing to point out, but even something as little as that can lead to the loss, and we definitely saw that exactly here. I do think he also could pick up on a couple other things, like the Gauntlet Hades only being used in very specific situations, small things like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was basically just agreeing. Like those small, happy little accidents can have big consequences. With Shyoshiguy putting on the Herden at the moment, going to be able to apply pressure with full cross gauge available. The safe jump with the 6P in the back. So messed up.
Yeah, this is the win condition you want. This is exactly what you're aiming for if you're Shyoshi here. Yeah, double 2A and 5C, just doing that a lot. And potentially going to be able to get the kill here. Yeah, had the cognizance to go into the super, even if it was a little late. Going to be going into the Vatista, I guess, to get as much healing as possible. Tried to jump out of the corner, but Sooner unfortunately mixing themselves, leaving the Ruby into a pretty precarious slot.
Yeah. Just blocking away. I won't lose to anyone, ever! Alright.
Good shit, good shit.
Resistance is futile, no matter how you try.
I got the win condition in question, the safe jump. However, I think so. Like, LilSoonerFan is also somebody in the bracket. I was saying this about Lavi, but like, they'll be cognizant of like what a safe jump is. So they've already tested the reversal action once and got blocked and punished. I don't think they're gonna do that again. So as the set wages along, this is going to push Shyoshiguy to have to invest in layer 2 if they want to open up LilSooner with their safe jumps, right? Because as we pointed out, the 2A, 5C, or like instant JC or everything that can only like go so far. So we'll see what that ultimately culminates into.
Definitely, yeah. That's probably something that'll come with a little more experience. I think if you're this far in the bracket, you just want to keep shit as simple as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously that depends on the player. You know, everyone has different views on how they want to go about things, and your view is just as valid in that way. But I don't know, like
it's also like I guess LilSoonerFan hasn't implemented everything because I don't think they've push blocked Vatista yet. So
that's true. Yeah. So don't really have to think about it as much. Ooh, yeah, nice cross up. Not quite able to get the 6P confirmed, but it worked out in his favor regardless. Man, Yoshi has just been running away with the sequencing these last couple games, and barring any drops, it was definitely making a huge difference.
Ooh, we got a nerf Ruby.
No anti-air there. Just, I like the use of 4P, just rotating between calling different assists to make it a little more uncomfortable for Sooner to navigate here. And eventually hitting, you know, this is something a lot of high-level players do, just like, wait until you fucking get hit by assist. Good wait on the burst here, gonna be forcing the Vatista in. Nice push blocking before the Gauntlet Hades. Not quite a full confirm, but worked out. Oh, that could have been bad.
Okay, finds the pickup. Gonna go for Carnage Scissors. Not into the Ruby. Gonna maintain the pressure. Throw bait, but they jumped a little. They jumped forward and ended up going behind. Unfortunate. What a block!
I think Sooner recognized the situation with the 236B last time, and recognized that was probably something similar here. Spend the bar, just do it.
No, they're optimal. They're optimal. Build the bar and get the kill.
I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. I'm gonna be getting a nice 2A low, just catching Sooner up backing in pretty much every situation here. Not quite able to do it this time because we didn't get the safe jump, but 5P catching the assist and making it a little easier.
Okay, yeah, won't be enough to kill here, but still on a powerful tear. Yeah, call 4P doesn't hit the ducking Ruby. Needed to execute a 5P there, which can be kind of tricky, right? You got to return to center in order to do that. You can't hold back on the IAD that you're inputting.
Definitely. Yeah. Gonna be able to catch with the bullet here. Oh yeah, just like you were saying about the bullets earlier. Okay, so this is something that's not talked about that often, but I think the use of camera shifting there was super important. And what I mean by that, for those that are uninitiated, camera shifting is when you move forward so that the assist that you call has more effective range. Vatista assist does go pretty far and it does travel pretty fast, but in the context where it was called prior to the air dash, it would not have hit as a punish here. But being able to air dash and move closer so that the camera was closer to the Ruby after firing allowed the punish to happen there, which I think was a super good use of the movement there. And I want to see more of that.
100%. Yeah, it's a niche thing about, like, it actually carries over to more fighting games than you would think. Screen pull. So that's a really good find there that you mentioned.
Oh yeah, nice punish on the Gauntlet KDs, really taking advantage of the
there we go.
That here. Good use of the 5P. Oh, I should have
properly that time. Ooh. Okay, lots of bursts coming out.
I played a little bit patient there. I like the use of the 5P disorienting Sooner, going into the Vatista ladders here. Not too much of a threat, especially if we're not calling the assist as a lead. But I like the use of 5C just to catch the push block.
Ooh.
And 2P to hit the button. This is looking like full Yoshi.
I do want to see Yoshi believe in Ruby 4P as much as they believe in Vatista 5P. I noticed in those sequences where they were playing Vatista-centered gameplay, they're calling a lot of Ruby 5P, which isn't like bad, but like Ruby 4P is like broken, right? It's gonna fit naturally into the passive runaway style that you're already implementing. And if you are gonna call Ruby 5P, one thing I would really like to see Shyoshiguy do if they want to cheat is do some like J2148 active switch, like orb active switch, and put Ruby in there with the orb. So.
Oh, that could have been a full punish. Unfortunate. Yeah, playing super aggressive with these lasers here, just really trying to put the pressure on the Ruby. Does not want this character to live for any amount of time. Just plus frames. Damn. The patience on Sooner to not swap to Ragna immediately is insane.
Yeah. Shyoshiguy got a DP, bruh. Like, the IADs are gonna keep coming.
Yeah, definitely I feel like the grounded play is the...
You got a DP!
Oh, yeah. Oh man, the moment that Sooner was able to up back out of that one situation was where Yoshi lost all momentum. Unironically, like, that was the main differentiating factor that game. Because he was doing a good job catching up back in every other situation, and like you mentioned with Ruby 4P, all he had to do was call that assist or 5P if he was worried about back tech, and he would have been in a much better situation. But because of it, we are now on game 10 of the set.
Going the long haul here. We're really crazy to think about the dichotomy between the two players as well, right? LilSoonerFan has been grinding TMN for quite a bit, trying to get the first win on the board, which would be a massive one for them. And Shyoshiguy, kind of new around these parts, only the second tournament, having such big strides, showing such promise within their relatively new BB Tag career. So.
Absolutely, yeah, and I love watching new players for situations like this, and I think if Yoshi continues to improve, we might have a new top player in our boards. But...
Oh, catches the load. There wasn't even like Oki there. LilSoonerFan just wanted out. Hopefully their hastiness doesn't get the better of them, because now we're going to get the situation in question. The safe jump they don't respect. It is the loop and pull. We are back in it yet again.
We're going to be getting the 4th bar on this next hit here. So
it's a safe jump. Oh, wait.
The delay. Okay, that is huge. We have seen that Sooner has been able to take advantage of returning back to neutral. So doing that here could potentially be the difference.
Oh, no! The moment they finally committed to a reversal on a jump in. It was an air dash that went above their head.
Oh, there we go. Dead character. Ragna is scary in Resonance, but this is still a lot better.
Oh, what do we do? Risky routing. Yeah, they're just gonna stabilize that into super, because I don't know how you were gonna pick up off that. That was weird. Oh, happy birthday!
That's so huge.
Oh, they converted all of that on the dead character to get more life. It is a level 4 resonance, so Astro could still get the job done and not care about that life. We activated immediately. No anti-air. You gotta stall it out, bruh.
Nice block, didn't know? Oh, got crossed up in the overhead. Not dead, but this is gonna hurt.
Damn, they're new. They might not know how to punish Gauntlet Hades. What a thing to throw at them at this time. The throw tech.
One hit away from potential death here. Dropping a big confirm, but getting a JC. No confirm after that either. Push blocking on the 5v. Both players just desperately trying to avoid blocking anything for any extended period of time. Both sides are so desperate to get that last hit, but it's so scary to do so. The JA finally gonna be able to make contact. The reaction on Yoshi's part was not quite there, and Sooner, in the most clutch fashion we've seen all night, takes the Game 10 situation and claims their victory for their very first TMN.
That was a good set. Very well played to both sides. Really just kind of like the ideal TMN set that you want to watch, where you have two players that have a ton of potential, are making real-time adaptations, and really able to bring that set to a full fruition, where it got to a point I didn't really know who was going to take it. And there's plenty of things I could identify on both sides that can use improvement, but just in terms of like mindset and putting on a show, that was a really exciting BB Tag Grand Finals to watch. So was happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely, yeah. I wanted to hop on, especially since I saw you, but also because we're probably not going to be seeing too many of these in the near future, and I always love the opportunity to get to see any sort of TMN bracket. I know I'm not able to commentate a lot of them, but I am genuinely thankful for TMN and what it does for us. BB Tag is a very, I wouldn't say small community, but it is one that's close to all of our hearts.
Are you sure?
Look, I have to gas it up, okay? If I sell the illusion that it's bigger than it is, then more people will join.
I don't think that's true, but go off.
Let me cope. But no, yeah, I'm super happy with the community that we have, and I'm thankful that we have TMN to help support us. These guys are the GOATs, especially the guys behind the scene. We already mentioned them earlier, but Neppy does a lot of the streaming work. He makes everything incredibly simple. If there's ever any issues or anything like that, you can rely on him, and we got to give him the thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Zircon's alright too, I guess.
Alright, bitch, I see how it is.
Shout out to Zircon. She puts in a lot of TL work. She makes sure that the bot functions properly, and that any DQs that go through are.
Look, I don't.
Damn, like I can't even give you credit. Like that's crazy.
I don't have anything to do with the bot. It's somebody else.
I'm giving you credit, and you just take the.
No, look,
damn.
the bot specifically is credit I don't deserve because it has nothing to do with me.
Who cares? They wouldn't have known. Lie to your people.
Everyone in TMN knows who runs it.
But no, yeah. In all seriousness, thank you guys. I'm incredibly honored to be a part of TMN again, and to be able to commentate for you guys is always a privilege that I don't intend on abusing.
Very cute outro. Alright, well, if that is everything, anything you want to plug in, Atkins, before we go ahead and continue with the outro here?
BB Tag is cool. Play it. Support TMN. Support any other events that are doing BB Tag. Ranked Night is a thing that happens for the community every Monday. I think the one happening on this upcoming Monday for Memorial Day will be PC. So it happens at 5 Pacific Standard Time. If you want to hop on, you just go to entry under the online menu. You'll probably want to set the parameters to any rank and to North America if you want to keep things local, but you can also open it up. It's not just North Americans that enter. Yeah, it'd be cool to see more people join. We've had a very consistent run for the past couple of months of a lot of people participating in Ranked Night. I try my best to spread the word in like every single BB Tag circle that I possibly can. If there's any BB Tag circle that I am missing, let me know. Like, this is not my event. It's the community's event. So yeah, please pull up on Monday for PC. The Monday after that is PS4 if you're more into that. Don't follow me on my socials. I'd be playing 2xKO, but I do play BB Tag every Monday, and it'd be cool to see more people participate in that. So that's all for me.
Nice. Over on my end as well, on Wednesdays, I try to have a couple streams over with Artemis, and we try to help people with a little bit more of the learning side of tag. So if you have any VODs that you want to review, maybe go over like a set or two, or maybe even just want to learn the game a little bit deeper, go ahead, feel free to stop by. For the next 2 weeks, we will be on PC to help try and get some training going before we do the final TMN before the hiatus. More information with that will come from Zircon, as I will now pass this over to her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you much. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here today. It has been a wonderful 2 years of me being able to do this. A lot of ups and downs, but it's been nothing but a pleasure to be able to do this for all of you. It brings me a great joy to be the host and tournament organizer for TMN Neo Fates Crossing. But, much like Nepgear mentioned, but due to some recent management issues with our manager stepping down because of his busy life and needed to step away from things, we are taking a hiatus for like a month or two after the next cycle. So for a little bit, there's not gonna be any TMN going on, but we will be back, hopefully. But nonetheless, even if no matter what happens, I will always be so ever thankful for the things that I've been able to do here. Got me started massively in my journey for the fighting game community, both as a player, a tournament organizer, and a commentator. I could not be where I am without TMN, so thank you everybody, in particular Dubbingly, all the other TMN crew people, and Nepgear for being for a streamer for so long. My buddy, my partner in crime, wouldn't be able to do this without him. I couldn't imagine running a tournament with anybody else at this point. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure too, getting all sappy on the mic.
Well, this might be the last couple, so you gotta.
True.
But in case the thing with the hiatus that everyone here was shouting out some things, I also do work for another organization known as the Rushdown Resort. They do mostly CF and Guilty Gear Strive stuff, but if you want to see more of my work and follow up with what I do, go check them out. Run by a wonderful guy, my good friend Mitty. So yeah, please stop by. With that, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here and get the raid going. Have yourselves a good night, everybody, and thank you once again for showing up. Hope to see you all in the last one before the hiatus. Goodbye.
Later, everybody.
Bye.